I speak with Kendrick. Hey.
What's up, bro? What you doing?
Yeah, laying down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I called you earlier.
Let's see.
I guess that boy been going through that good phone. Just called my mama phone, right? So then when I see him, I'm gonna beat the shit out of him.
Who?
I'm gonna call him and say, who it is? I said, this Kendrick, who the fuck is this? You know, cause that made me mad when somebody called my house and say that. Then I called his voice, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't kiss that motherfucker, so God, I'm gonna beat that boy ass, girl.
Mm-mm.
I'm so sick of that damn boy, man.
I know.
Shit.
I know it.
He got to be going through a phone and checking numbers or something.
Mm-mm.
I'm so sick of that little bitch ass boy.
You know it.
I called you the other day. Damn, maybe she got company or your phone was off.
No, probably was. I called you. Your mom didn't tell you I called. Yeah, I talked to her. Was it yesterday? Yeah, I called her. I called and she answered the phone. And she said you were gone. I asked how she was doing. And she said she was good. Just tell them I called. She said, okay. I'm trying to pull it up on my fire stick. I can't. Oh, I hate playing with this thing. I can get it, but I got to play with it. I need to score 7 to 10 or something.
I gotta wait till they come back up. We just kicked the ass.
Who y'all play? Oh, yeah, I seen a little bit of that.
We got New Orleans next week. We 3-0. I think y'all 3-0 too. Y'all lost the game.
No, we haven't.
Y'all haven't?
No. We haven't. And we are 3. This to be 3-0 too when we win today.
Okay, I'm trying to wait till it pop up. They're gonna show the score here in a minute.
Yeah.
Y'all play Denver? Hold on.
We play Bronco, y'all Denver.
Yeah.
I ain't been doing that. I saw you last night and listened to me some music and listened to me and sipped on me a little Hennessy and smoked me a blunt and was in my little feelings and these niggas calling somebody coming over here. Nope. Yeah. I just can't believe that Kenny did that. Yeah. It's just some hurting shit.
Especially when your daughter told you.
Yeah.
Have been calling you?
Yeah, no, you know not to. That bitch better not call me. And I'm for real, they say. I'm in my own fucking van. I'm in my shit. It's mine. Both of them are mine. Oh, yes. No, I told him to give me my keys. And get the hell on up out of here.
You didn't take him away from there?
My brother came down.
What you say his last name is?
Williams.
What you doing today?
And then we chilling. I'm just gonna chill in the house today. My mom got her surgery tomorrow, so I'm gonna rest up. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been home all day myself. I said, I ain't going no fucking way. I gotta work in the morning. But you want to rain?
I know it sure do. It feel kind of good outside though.
Yeah, it do.
Yeah. What you doing today, man?
Nah, I told you I wasn't going nowhere either.
You gonna stay in and watch football, huh?
Yeah.
I ain't mad at you. That's about pretty much what I'm gonna do. I ain't coming out. I don't know.
Yeah, what up?
I playing it and satisfy myself. Feel even better.
Oh, you be mad at the motherfucker.
No, I won't
You
go.
gonna call me back when Rotanya left?
What I end up doing? I don't know. I got a headache, can't shake. Mm-hmm.
What you like with it?
I just got through eating.
Fried chicken, chicken wings, and spaghetti. Spaghetti's already here. Some chicken with it. Or something.
How your brother doing?
He good in the front row watching TV. Him and that little boy.
Okay. Make sure when he see me, he gonna holler, boy. Yeah. And I'm a holler brother now.
That's your favorite line, man.
Yeah.
Favorite line. Hey, you been saying Kev? I called him yesterday. He ain't out the phone.
Who?
Yeah.
I ain't saying we need what they have been mom move out the house.
Somebody told me she ain't had the phone.
Shit. Yeah, she do, baby. Jack ain't moving shit. Jack said I ain't got no goddamn where to go. And ain't moved nothing.
Okay, y'all go right there.
Let's go.
Sorry.
Where let's go?
Y'all 3-0. The score gonna be 10, 27-16. Y'all won. Y'all 3-0.
Okay. Hey. Hey. That's for Papa Daddy, baby. The one that died. Papa Daddy from Centoga. He was a Green Bay Packers too, you know. He's a gamble a lot with David Taylor and all though. Yeah. I told him 3-0.
Y'all meet us. We waiting on that ass. Ain't that that.
Wait, baby. We can watch it together, baby. I said we can watch it together. Yeah, I'm in for the day. No, he tried to call the day I ain't had no. I gotta put some money on this card. Yeah. Yeah. He in Rank County now. No, he ain't sick of it. Did 5 years, look like you would have said. After that, he's sick of it.
That night I was like, damn, what look for me? I said, you playing my son? He said, yeah. Damn, I thought he kept looking too. Hey man, you playing son? He said, yeah. I said, go get your bill, man. You with somebody? Oh yeah.
You remember who you were?
Yeah. He was with Jack Banquet or whatever his name.
Yeah. You gave him $3.
I gave him $5, $6.
Yes, that was nice. Did your son? Be alright. I know, right? Sure, what you see, little boy. Lord, you some name. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Oh, shit. I ain't had shit on.
We get the you bring me home, turn around, come right back and get me.
That's what I did. Kid shit. Kid shit.
Tell me what? Y'all winning? Y'all winning? Oh, y'all won? Green Bay just won, and we just told Miami ass up. He was damn like, man, y'all always hate me. Y'all got that thing. Yeah. All right. Hey, this boy still calling my phone. Hold on.
Okay. Give me.
It's the collision of the goats in the MC. But the opposite side of the with the fashion in the food. Slammed in with the fans, the stands, and the matched up with the music. And the movies. Watching the show years ago, mixed in with the X's and O's, and the oohs and ahs. It's the fantasy.
Since you're away from Hopkins, you can certainly take Adams over.
And the reality. It's the access. You're going to count us out every week. And the attitude.
Say it to management. Or shut your mouth and put your money on the line.
It's the trash talk. And the crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Bring that shit over here.
Don't make no sense. Kids be calling motherfucking phone and shit. Yeah, that was him. Good call my bitch on. You'll never get it back. I never lost it, dude.
I'm gonna text Lil and say, good game. Text my, hold on. Better text her now. Linda Walker, you know, she Bronco.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna text that good game. What? I'm here.
You know, but here's the thing, we talk about so much about Daniel Jones coming in this year for Eli Manning. Yeah, but look at that defense now. That was the ninth drive this year where they had given up a touchdown on
I wouldn't even waste my time with that nigga.
I've been saying it all along. Eli is not the biggest problem or the only problem on that team right now. So 12-3 they had the extra point block, by the way. The first extra point they missed, so that would explain the 12-3 score. As we get to the Panthers Cardinals highlight.
Yeah, let that shit bother you. Let that shit bother you. Cause you know he ain't gonna do nothing but run and shit. Nothing. My mind was to sit up and fix me a meatloaf and some peas and some mashed potato. But shit. My mind frame was to get up and fix a meatloaf, mashed potato, and green peas. Sweet peas.
One of the great things about Carolina and for the Carolina Panthers, they don't have to change their offensive plan when they have that quarterback. Although he's not as elusive or explosive as Cam, they keep the same offensive plan and the same playbook and just continue to run plays as a team.
You didn't go to the thing? It was packed like a motherfucker. No. I went through there. I went through there. Can't deal with y'all youngsters. Can't deal with y'all youngsters. No. Oh. I am. Nah.
You better say eat the cake at 10 ton boy. You took me for that one right there.
I fuck you over down there.
I'm glad you did. I wasn't know nothing like that. showed everybody that one. I did.
Did you?
Yeah. I showed everybody that one.
You showing Tracy?
Yeah. She the one tripped out on it. I know she had to do. She was in a motherfucker too. When I go to her house and we play them, she'll go in her bedroom. She won't come out and watch it. She be nervous. You know, people be nervous when they do that.
Yeah. She ain't text back. I said she ain't text back.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Come see me. Y'all mean kill me. Come and see me. Come see me.
I gotta order me a. I want to go online, order me a radiator. My price one yesterday, so $169. Online and order that motherfucker. He stayed in Oxford now. He was with me. I smoked him in the blunt last night.
I got a text. Let me see. No, they're just in my berry low. 15%. No matter. So, well, you know, put my charge back there. I gotta do nothing to get my charge right here. I'm gonna keep it beside me somewhere now. Let you get ready to get off the phone. Yeah. Come on.
Monday on NFL Total Access, the frenzy, the movie birthday today. Fire, world and raging about Sunday's best games. Yes, desperation in DC will count it down. Monday 7 Eastern.
So, no, that's Froggy baby mama. She want me to take her to the trailer park. Mm-hmm. He won. Mm-hmm. Just started walking. Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm just gonna call you back. I'm finna run her over here, and I'll just call you when I get back.
Blockers are in the inside edge of the numbers. That way you have a natural lane to run up the field and try to get that first down. Big time, let's look in on the Cardinals fourth line against the Panthers. Kyler Murray, 17-yard hookup to David Johnson. Nice to see Boozer getting involved again. Absolutely. Absolutely. Such a dangerous weapon, still one of the best backs in the league. People talking about David Johnson enough. Meantime, extra fight there to get past the line for first down. Those are things that would do for a young quarterback. Fight for those extra yards so we can get back to first down. And Mario Addison making things tough on
top overall pick as Murray goes down.
A little different kind of rush up at this level. A little bit different.
7-7. Just getting the second quarter underway there. Cardinals coming in 0-1-1. Again, the Panthers trying to get their first win on the season. Let's get to those highlights I was telling you about earlier. Denver and Green Bay. You know, the Broncos have never won ever at Lambeau Field. Ever. Trying to change the tide this time around, but Aaron Rodgers had something to say about Rodgers. Drops a dime.
You run under it.
Marquez Valdez-Scantling for the TD. Packers on the board, 7-0. Soon Broncos possession, second and goal. Philip Lindsay will take me after 1 yard out.
When you're down there in short red zone as a running back, as soon as you see that crease, get your head down and go to the paint.
Packers first red zone TD allowed this season. Meantime, little defense for you. Zadarius Smith sacks Joe Flacco for a loss of 10.
Tim, this is one of the things Rodgers have been fighting about, getting some upgrades on defensive free agency, something they didn't used to do. Those additions are coming through for them big time this year.
Meantime, Joe Flacco fumbles. Ball bounces around with Sean Gary. At the Broncos 5, look again. The rookie. Yeah, getting him there.
I was extremely high on him, evaluating him coming through the draft. I think Rashawn Gary is going to be one of these premier guys as he grows in this league to be a pass rusher and defender as a whole.
Aaron Jones squeezes through the Broncos deep. 7-yard touchdown. He's loving it. He's been balling too. Over 100 yards week 2. Career high 23 carries last week. Meantime, Noah Fant. Ooh, he left something.
Uh-oh, look out.
It's leathery. Look, it's going the other way.
Listen, there's been a lot of questions about Green Bay leading up to this season right now. And I'll tell you what, this defense is something that A-Rod hasn't had in quite some time. Opportunistic, getting turnovers, defending very, very well.
And so in Packers possession, Aaron Rodgers. Danny Vitale.
Get the fullback some love in here, baby.
Broncos trail 24-16 after a missed extra point. And then another score for the Packers. Pretty much salt this one away at this point. Joe Flacco's not going to help his team's effort too much.
Philip Lindsay.
They're going to make something out of it.
There you go.
Yeah, Philip Lindsay's going to make something out of it.
Keep going.
A 24-10 game. Fight. That's how you do it.
That's like an undrafted running back.
Nothing like it. That's how you impose your will and play with a chip on your shoulder.
He got a little help from his own line there, too. 24-16 game now. Flacco and Swiss. Not helping his cause. Intercepted by Darnell Savage.
But the Packers 8 takeaways this year, 15 all of last season. It tells you they are balling out under Petty this year.
This
Rodgers is going to appreciate it.
Absolutely. That one there, the third takeaway of the game. And just over 2 minutes to play. Packers with this one pretty much well in hand. Broncos still trying to make something happen. Here we go.
Have a little fun.
Rodgers and company will celebrate their third win of the season. Jim, what you thinking about these Packers after the 27-16 win?
Look, obviously they're legit, and we knew the offense with an and the floor would do well, but the defense, the way it's playing. But I'll say this to you. If there is a stat that stands out to me through the first 3 weeks of the season that is most surprising, it is that a defense with Von Miller and Chubb, with Vic Fangio as the head coach, has 0 sacks and 0 takeaways.
Ooh. Yeah, that's a shocker, to say the least. With that type of talent, that type of pass rush, to not have taken the quarterback down yet. Broncos might be in trouble. They are 0-3. They are definitely in trouble, especially if history is in the indicator. Meantime, back to the Niners and Steelers. Jimmy G, second hit of the game.
So that's one of those. It shouldn't go on the quarterback.
Absolutely not. Shouldn't go on the quarterback.
Off the deflection,
But they also get too much praise.
too much criticism.
hope. It's gonna be interesting to see how Rudolph can. He's been looking comfortable in that huddle, but I want to see how he comes in. How they're going to get explosive plays. There's not going to be enough just to be efficient in this game with this good defense and the pass rush. He's going to have to create some explosive plays, get Washington involved. James Conner going to have to run well, and have to get Juju involved deep down the field.
And the tight end's got to step up as well.
Has to.
No question.
Mason Rudolph in at quarterback for the Steelers this week, charged with leading this team again with Ben Roethlisberger out for the season. With an undisclosed elbow injury. Still waiting to find out what exactly the issue is with Big Ben's elbow. Man, a lot of talk about Daniel Jones heading into week 3 and how he would perform with Eli Manning taking a seat. His Giants are trailing by 2. Buccaneers in front. We get a look in on this one. Daniel Jones, a 6th overall pick. This year's draft, showing some points.
And there's the key right there, the fact that he's got the mobility to get outside the pocket and get downfield is something that Eli couldn't do. And this gives a little more versatility to that offense.
And along with that versatility, it can give this offense and this entire team a spark, where he has free runners going at him, but he avoids them and still able to make a play. A positive player, even get back to the line of scrimmage, is something that they can look forward to.
And not bad to have a security blanket in Saquon Barkley to have that type of running back that can turn around and hand the rock off to.
Ingram stepping up. You got Shepard catching passes. He's spreading the ball around us, and it's good to see a young quarterback be able to do that. But a lot of times, young quarterbacks fall into a place where they get comfortable just throwing it to one person. So seeing him as a rookie spreading that ball around and looking comfortable in the pocket is a good thing to see.
This will definitely give him some confidence. You talked about that versatility, his ability to get outside the pocket, make plays with his legs, something that Eli, 38 years old, couldn't quite do.
You mean Eli couldn't do that?
No, 28 wasn't.
But again, we got a 12-10 game, second quarter. Bucks in front of the Giants. For now, we'll be checking back in with this one momentarily. Meantime, let's check back in with the Seahawks and the Saints. Tyler Lockett. I don't think that Russ has been getting enough love. Russell is balling this year.
I think every year. Listen, the guy that I would say, too, that doesn't get a lot of love here is Tyler Lockett.
Yeah, he's a smaller receiver, so when you see him, you don't take him, you don't really, for lack of better terms, take him that seriously, because he's a good punt returner, he does everything well. But Tyler Lockett is a straight man when it comes out to going up for the ball, scores touchdowns consistently. And Russ, I mean, when it comes down to Russ, we just take him for granted. We don't appreciate him enough. What he does, I've been in that locker room, in that huddle with that man, and he is an unbelievable quarterback. His optimism, the way he makes plays for that team, is second to none.
Yeah, he's tossed for over 300 yards in back-to-back weeks. And off to a solid start here. 7-7 games. Seahawks and Saints. Jim?
He was my preseason MVP pick until DK went down. And I changed it. Shows how silly I was.
Come on, Jim. I gotta stick with him.
Tremendous player.
Another look in at all 5 games we got going on right now. Any surprises here in the early portion of the action here?
I think the surprise is really the Giants right now. I mean, you have the Giants going up against a good Buccaneers defense that played well these last couple weeks. And Daniel Jones is sticking with him here going into the second quarter. I mean, going middle of the second quarter, really.
For me, it's the 49er offense. You know, they put up points the first 2 weeks and now being shut out at this point with a Pittsburgh team that was struggling defensively. That's a surprise for me.
Yeah, a little bit of a shaky start for Jimmy G and the Niners. But, again, late in the first quarter, plenty of football to be played. We got plenty more coming your way here as well on NFL Game Day Live. But we got some bills to pay. We won't be gone long. Neither should you. We're coming back on the other side with a whole lot more. Keep it here.
Are you going out tonight?
No.
You're drinking Bud Light Platinum.
Let's go quickly.
Bud Light Platinum.
Did you ditch him?
Oh, yeah. He doesn't have a clue.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Bud Light Platinum. Brewed for the night.
There's a new food obsession sweeping the nation, and there's only one place to get it.
A toasted cheddar chalupa. Incredible.
Pretty much any Taco Bell. Toasted cheddar baked on the shell of a chalupa. The new toasted cheddar chalupa, only at Taco Bell.
Shrimp, yeah. Red Lobster's Endless Shrimp is back for just $15.99. Get all the shrimp you want, any way you want. Like new Sriracha Honey Shrimp, Savory Grilled Teriyaki Shrimp, Classic Shrimp Scampi, and more. Red Lobster's Endless Shrimp is $15.99. Hurry in.
It's that special time of year again.
It's iPhone season at Sprint.
Switch, you can get
The new iPhone 11 or iPhone 11 Pro with amazing all-new camera systems. And now you can get iPhone 11 for $0 a month when you trade in your iPhone 7 or newer in any condition. Seriously, any condition.
And with Sprint's 100% total satisfaction guarantee, you can try out the network and see the savings for yourself.
And I get a... It's iPhone season.
Yeah.
Do you love it?
I do.
I love it.
Exactly. Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance, so you only pay for what you need.
Nice. But, what's up with your partner?
Not again. You know, that's your reflection. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Award-winning interface. Award-winning design. Award-winning engine. The Volvo XC90. Our most awarded luxury SUV.
In an era of online retail where everything is just a few clicks away, buying a car should be no different. That's why at Carvana, you can buy a car 100% online. We made it easy to browse, view, and buy from over 10,000 cars. You can even trade in your old car, all while binge watching your favorite TV show. Afterwards, we'll deliver your car to you. Or you can pick it up from one of our car vending machines. Either way, your car comes with a 7-day return policy. So grab a seat, relax in your comfy pants, and enjoy the new way to buy a car at Carvana.
My grandfather had an amazing life, but Ancestry showed me so much more than I could have imagined. My grandfather was born in a shack in Pennsylvania. His father was a miner. They were immigrants from Italy. And somewhere along the way, that man changed his name and transformed himself into a successful mid-century American man. He had a whole life that I didn't know anything about. He was just my beloved grandpa.
Bring your family history to life like never before. Get started for free at Ancestry.com.
NFL Game Day Kickoff. Our crew previews Thursday Night Showdown. As the Eagles take on the Packers.
Sacks continue. They can have a really good team this year.
NFL Game Day Kickoff. Thursday at 6, live on NFL Network.
Saturday, NFL Network brings the history and tradition of Conference USA as FAU takes on their East Division rivals, Charlotte. Saturday at 3:30, live on NFL Network.
Quarterback, Steelers, 49ers, Mika Fitzpatrick, new addition.
Immediate returns.
Yeah, I like that, Jim. Immediate returns. He returns that one about 10 yards.
But here's the problem. Twice now they've starting field position at the San Francisco 33 and 24 and have had to settle for field goals both times. That'll get you beat. You got to finish drives.
Yeah, I was going to say, credit San Francisco's defense for holding, bending, not breaking, and holding to a couple of field goals instead of touchdowns. But another look at this is a special defensive player. Needed a new breath of fresh air, so to speak, wanted out of Miami. They make the trade, and now he's paying dividends for the Steelers.
Tips and overthrows. Yeah, got to get those. What made him such a hot prospect as well in that trade market was the fact that people liked the fact that he was on a rookie contract and had a couple of years left. So the people I talked to say he had not been playing great, at least in week 1, and even last year was solid, but they liked the fact that they could get a talented player on a rookie deal.
A talented player on a rookie deal on a team with potential, that's what makes him good.
And again, Steelers 6-0, but 49ers doing a pretty good job defensively, keeping them out of the end zone. Hey, Thursday night, here's what we got coming your way. Thursday night football, Eagles and Packers. I guess I was so eager for it.
Eager to watch it. Eager to watch it.
Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Coverage begins with NFL Game Day kickoff, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, the highlight train gets rolling once again. There's Carson Wentz. 2 interceptions last week against the Falcons. Never had consecutive games with multiple INTs. Matthew Stafford spent the first 5 seasons under Eagles defensive coordinator Jim Schwartz. Eagles kick off after connecting on a 25-yard field goal. Wait for it. Boom. Oh, good block. Opens up a hole.
He could.
Now he is.
100 yards.
There you go.
100.
There you go. That's the first one I see.
To the crib. Lions lead 7-3. Agnew is going to embrace Matt Patricia. First kickoff touchdown return by the Lions in 2013. Also, coincidentally, against the Eagles. But the Eagles have a few issues.
I know, Rich. When you're a team that is plagued by injuries, you cannot turn the ball over.
And Miles Sanders has the rock punch out of his hand.
Most important thing on that football field is that pigskin. You have to take care of it.
All security, no question.
No matter how good you are, turnovers will kill the game for you.
Yeah, a couple of fumbles for Miles Sanders in this one. As he was just trying to get some extra yards. Sometimes it's smart to just go down. Next Eagles drive, Carson Wentz. What was he looking for? His only healthy receiver. Nelson Aguilar.
Fight for it.
Stepped up.
There you go.
Stepped up.
Finds his way into the end zone. Eagles cut into the lead 20-17. Late in the third. Fourth quarter, we go. Ensuing Lions drive. Matt Stafford. He's going to loft it up here for Marvin Jones. And Jones to get it in.
Go get that.
Beautiful. Over the shoulder.
Great play design. Having two receivers going one way and the one single receiver going the opposite way. You get a natural pick. Quarterback has the entire field to just throw it up and allow your athletic receiver to run under it and go get it.
We saw Wentz dropping back, but getting dropped. 3-yard loss. Christian Jones getting a hand on it. Now Wentz scrambling. Looking downfield. Looking too long. Because he's sacked again, this time by Damon Harrison. Eagles would have to punt. Down 2 possessions. Snacks. He's eating. Next Eagles drive. Wentz looking for Miles Sanders. Trying to get those fumbles out of his brain. That's a big game. 33 yards. Sanders would finish with 126 total yards in the game. 10 plays later, Wentz, Nelson Aguilar steps into the end zone. 2-yard touch. Eagles cut the lead 27-24.
They probably have people thinking it was a pick play. But you see, the rule is when you get 1 yard, you can make sure you can hit and make contact with that defender.
Check this play out right here. A 3-point game. Eagles block the field goal with under 2 minutes to play. They're in business.
Malcolm Jenkins with the block. So here's part of the problem. Just when it looked like the Eagles were going to come back and Detroit again was going to fail to hold the lead, they couldn't hold on to the football. There were 7 drops by Eagles receivers in this game today. 7. I know we're looking at a catch here, but that's what hurt them.
It looked like it was a catch. Actually, a penalty call on the play. Offensive pass interference there on Sproul, so it's wiped away. Wentz with a last desperation heave.
That's my point. That ball should have been caught.
When you have a deep team, the way the Eagles are stacked on offense, defense, and special teams, when you have guys go down, get playmakers go down, you have to step up or that depth is irrelevant.
So the Eagles fall to 1-2. Lions take it 27-24. The Lions
surprise team.
You better stop sleeping on them.
All going to take phases.
We're going to take another timeout here on NFL Game Day Live, delivered by Pizza Hut. We're coming back on the other side with more ball, y'all. Keep it here.
Looking for an edge in your fantasy league? MVP is going to come down to productivity. Our experts have all the insights and analysis you need to dominate the competition. NFL Fantasy Live, tomorrow at 6, only on NFL Network.
On the season premiere of NFL 360, the impact Nipsey Hussle had on Deshaun Jackson and their community.
When I'm on the field and when I'm playing, I'm rapping with Nipsey, believe in.
NFL 360 returns Tuesday at 8, only on NFL Network.
So I got a call, and long story short, I need to get tested. But just calling and setting up an STD test is awkward. Walking in the clinic, sitting in the clinic, and what happens if I run into somebody that I know? I don't need to deal with any of that. I just need to get tested. My way.
Introducing new delicious Slim Fast Keto Meal Shakes to go. Part of a clinically proven plan to help you lose weight fast and keep it off. By eating this, and yep, even these. See results in just 1 week. Text Keto Shake to 44123 to start today.
Grubhub. America's leader in food delivery just got better. Introducing Perks. Millions of dollars in deals and free food nationwide. Download the Grubhub app today and see the perks waiting for you.
Hi again. That belongs to me.
The big wireless companies have great coverage because of all these cell towers. But Straight Talk Wireless runs on the same 4G LTE networks for up to half the cost. The unlimited plan is just $45 a month, no contract. Straight Talk Wireless, only at Walmart.
Monday on NFL Total Access, the frenzy, the fallout, the first starts, the fire. We're written and raving about Sunday's best games. Plus, desperation in D.C. We'll count it down. Monday, 7 Eastern.
Check the retaining wall, back deck, and vinyl siding. Got a lot of work to do.
A little heavy-duty construction adhesive.
Of course.
All surface, all purpose. For a durable hold that lasts. For the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
Do we have any waterproof tape that instantly seals? Gorilla Waterproof Patch and Seal. Of course.
Gorilla Waterproof Patch and Seal. Fix, patch, and seal. Even underwater. For the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
And we're back. So is Mika Fitzpatrick. Oh man, it's everywhere like the internet. We already saw him get a pick. Now forces a fumble. And Steelers defense.
You think the Steelers are happy they made that?
Oh my goodness.
Made that decision?
Yeah, that's 3 turnovers.
3 turnovers already first half. Wow.
Rasheed Mostert with the mishandle. He's the one that puts it on the grass. Good hit.
I keep saying it's not just about young quarterback starting. It's about everyone else on that team stepping up and making it easier for him to be successful. And the Steelers defense is stepping up right now. When everyone's been talking about the 49er defense, myself included.
Yeah. Light work for us, because we're already going back to break. It's 30 seconds. So we're going to have plenty more time to talk. Don't worry. And you're going to hear a whole lot more from us as we come back on the other side. You're watching NFL Game Day Live, delivered by Pizza Hut. Keep it here.
Take the edge off after those blazing hot wings and give your tongue a Pepsi bath. Your mouth deserves it, especially after a day of screaming at a wall of TVs. And at Frank, who invited him, Buffalo Wild Wings.
Get up to 0% APR for 48 months on the redesigned 2020 Outlander Sport.
Is this the new iPhone?
Yeah.
I've been waiting for this all year.
Verizon's got the new iPhone 11 and iPhone 11 Pro.
It has 3 cameras. I need this color.
This is so amazing.
And when you get iPhone on the best network, you get so much more.
That is so cool.
Like up to $700 off iPhone 11 Pro when you switch. On America's most reliable network. With Apple Music included.
Seriously, how could you get the new iPhone and not put it on Verizon?
Alright, so can I keep this? Why get iPhone anywhere else when Verizon gives you more?
I feel like they should be here by now.
Where are the Bud Light Platinums?
You're looking for the party turd.
Oh, it's the wrong move to go.
Bud Light Platinum, brewed for the night.
At Domino's, a delivery gone wrong doesn't just hurt your pizza night.
It hurts our pride. We're going to be expediting this order.
It could be a missing dipping sauce. It could be a wrong topping. It arrives cold.
With Domino's new delivery insurance, if your delivery isn't what you expected, make a claim, and we'll make it right.
I noticed you had an issue with your last delivery.
To make up for it, I brought you a medium pizza.
Oh my gosh, you're welcome. Get 2 medium, 2 topping pizzas delivered for $5.99 each.
And put our delivery insurance to the test.
Hey, Green Bay, this Thursday, Philly's coming for that challenge.
Sorry, Philly, this is a no-fly zone.
We got Carson Wentz. Jets hot, baby. You better say the prayer.
How about a Hail Mary? We'll see you in the 4th quarter.
Eagles fly.
On the season premiere of NFL 360, the impact Nipsey Hussle had on Deshaun Jackson and their community.
When I'm on the field and when I'm playing, I'm rapping what Nipsey believed in.
NFL 360 returns Tuesday at 8 only on NFL Network.
Welcome back to NFL Game Day Live, delivered by Pizza Hut. Matt Ryan looking to deliver the Falcons a win on the road in Indy, but he delivers it to the guys wearing the opposite jerseys. Overthrow. Yeah, what was he looking at here, Jim? What's wrong with the Rocks?
I couldn't tell you. I didn't know on some of the previous 5 interceptions he threw the first 2 weeks. So
Yes.
I'm a different
His 6th pick of the season. Meantime, Jacoby Brissett started this game off 15 of 15. So with T.Y., which will lead half 20 to 3.
T.Y. is another one of those underrated receivers that's playing extremely well, no matter who's at quarterback for him.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, that's the last time we saw him. I would have acquired him.
Yeah, ruled out for the second half. So we picked this highlight up in the 3rd quarter. Falcons trailing 20-3. Opening drive in that second half. Matt Ryan. How do you lose Julio? Julio Jones. 34-yard completion. Falcons in the red zone. Next play. Ryan. Austin Hooper. Ball in end zone. 13 yards out.
For a misdirection flood to the wide side of the field. Hit the number 2 receiver and tied in there for the touchdown.
4th quarter, we go. Same Falcons drive, 3rd and goal. Bryant, Austin Hooper, 2-yard touchdown.
Great catch. Some credit on that one, boy. He took a shot.
So the Falcons fighting their way back into it. It's a 3-point contest at this point. Jacoby Brissett, though. And scramble, gained 6 yards.
Playing gritty, playing well, playing efficient. I like seeing Jacoby Brissett play that ball out there.
Yeah, kind of thrust him to the starting lineup with retirement. And then that man, Marlon, Black Daddy. It's the meaty Mac. 27-17. That's a little throwback for you, Jim. I didn't know that last but it's all good. Meantime, it's Ryan. Back cool.
That's filthy. How do you let him get free?
That is filthy. Julio Jones.
I don't care how many it is. He just sees the ball. See ball, get ball. Julio.
Strong hands, reels it in. And we got a 24-27 game as a result under 2 minutes to play. Brissett trying to get a key first down, and that's exactly what he would get.
Great situational football. As a quarterback, you have the RPO, the run-pass option. Fake the run, hold on to it as much as possible to the open receiver for a first down.
Colts going to win it 27-24. Jacoby finished 28 of 37. 310 yards, 2 TDs.
You know, if you're Atlanta, also beyond this loss, it's the loss of players. They had some guys go down, Keanu Neal with an Achilles, Grady Jarrett, Takk McKinley. I mean, this was a tough one for them. They got beat up and
yeah, without a doubt. We got a score update though. I'm hearing that the Panthers game. Get a look at how it went down. McCaffrey's going to take the short pass.
The kid just does it all. Christian McCaffrey just does it all. Extremely impressive the way he plays football.
Under a minute to play in the first half. DJ Moore. Oh, Kyle Allen gets a hold. And he gone.
That's a great anticipation. That pass is all anticipation right there. You have 3 defenders you see, but you know you have that big coming in right behind him, laying in there so he can run with the ball.
Kyle Allen, impressive start for the Panthers as they lead it by 4.
Listen, 13-16, 173 yards and 2 touchdowns in the first half and playing with supreme confidence. You like to see that from a backup quarterback.
I can tell you, North Turner liked him a lot. When I talked to North in the preseason about him, unsolicited, as Rodman said, that he liked how he was developing. So I guess we shouldn't be surprised by this.
Yeah, I guess not. Meantime, let's look at Texans Chargers. Little trickeration. Watson, look at D. And Kenny Stills brings it down. And also he's going to attack another 15, roughing the passer. You'll see on the replay here, ball well out of his hands and activities right there.
One thing you deal with the front, the defensive front like the Chargers have, you see those roughing the passer penalties come up a lot.
Terrian Fells is the recipient of that TD pass there for Watson.
This is going to be an interesting game. You're going to see this game who is going to get on track, whether it's the Chargers defense and that pass rush or Deshaun Watson and that Houston Texans offense. Which one's going to get on track? I'm looking forward to see what happens in the second half.
Well, that pass rush has to step up when you look at the injuries they have on the back end, particularly the safety. When you have Derwin James out and then Adrian Phillips goes out, that pass rush is going to have to get there. One thing we know about Watson, he will stand in the pocket and take the hit to deliver the ball. Whether that's good for Houston, in the long term, I'm not sure, but in the short term, it works.
I think this is a game to really keep an eye on. We're looking at 2 good teams that are both 1-1 and can easily both be 2-0. So it's going to be a good game coming in. 2 great offenses, 2 good quarterbacks, great receivers in D-Hop and Keenan Allen. So I'm looking forward to see which team is going to catch fire and get on the road tonight.
Yeah, a little bit different in the AFC West compared to the AFC South. You got the Chiefs running away with that with the AFC. Let's see if the Chargers can get
It's a little early to say running away. I never give the Chiefs that much credit.
Given the way they look, I'm from Kansas City as well, so I'm going to stick with running away with it.
Never take it who we're listening to.
There's another AFC West participant, the Oakland Raiders.
Participant?
Yes.
Come on. Give our participation token.
They got burnt.
They didn't show up in this one.
Yeah, I got a Thielen. Thielen was feeling it early. He and Kirk Cousins hooking up for that touchdown, 35-yard score. Then the screen.
Another great back in this game. Great young back who is healthy right now and is playing amazing football. He plays hard-nosed football. He does everything for the Minnesota Vikings. I'm extremely impressed through 3 weeks of Dalvin Cook.
Yeah, leading the league in rushing is Dalvin Cook. Why not give him a rock?
He is the guy that this offense has to go through. The Vikings know when Kirk Cousins throws too often, bad things tend to happen. They want to run this offense through Dalvin, and he's stepping up.
And when you say that for the Minnesota Vikings, I've been screaming nonstop that the Oakland Raiders need to give Josh Jacobs the ball. They need to give him a heavy load, give it to him early and often. And early in this game through the first half, I believe the Minnesota Vikings had 22 rushing attempts to Oakland's only 9. They have to give the kid a chance to really run the ball. They've been running the ball great, effectively and efficiently through the first 2 weeks. With 2 backup guards.
Yeah, they didn't take care of the ball after the interception. Kirk Cousins hands it off to Adam Thielen again. This time he rushes in for the score. 21-0. Vikings putting it on. The Raiders, sales former Raiders.
I'm never a former Raider. We're talking to a Chiefs guy, you know, so. Like the flicker, though.
Oh, I do like that.
Get in there.
Derek Carr to Josh Jacobs to J.J. Nelson, 29-yard touchdown. Look again. That's so nice. You got to see it twice. Carr putting it on the money. Well-designed play.
When you're playing from behind like that, you have to find ways to get a spark and get the ball rolling on offense. And that's a play that can do it for you.
Speaking of rolling,
here it comes.
Here it comes.
That's not fair.
I need 11 hats at the ball every time we go against a guy like that. Because you're not going to fully stop him. You can only slow him down.
You know what I love about him, though? When you talk to him and whatnot, he's such a professional at a young age. He doesn't get rattled by things. He stands behind his team, even though Kirk struggled last week.
Nice. The Vikings continue to pour it on. Raiders got off to a hot start last week against Kansas City and ended up losing that game. Got themselves to a big hole in this one as well, as you can see. 28-7 game.
Maybe that's why Jones not stout.
No, you know, at that point, I think it's just, you know, you have a good line, you have the best line coach in the business. Look out. You got the other team doing this to you on defense, so.
Chef Dalvin cooking again, 25-yard game.
I got an O-line coach in New England who might disagree with me.
Agree to disagree with the Hall of Fame.
The Vikings improved to 2-1 on the season. 34-14, they get it done. Cook has seen his praises. He deserves every bit of it. 16 carries, 110 yards, 1 touchdown. First Viking in team history to start the season with 3 straight 100-yard games. Kirk Cousins, by the way, 15-21, 174 yards through the air. Now, the Raiders, they lost 10 of their last 11 away from home, and they ain't going to be home for a long time. Look at the schedule coming up. They'll be away from weeks 4 through 9, and some tough ones. Green Bay bringing that defense, obviously the versatility with this with that Houston team, and you got the Bears coming off a big win in week 2. Ooh-wee.
But they can't blame anybody for that schedule, that road schedule, except themselves, because they waited so long to define where they were going to play this year that the league had to put together a schedule. And that uncertainty resulted in what we have now.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back into Stage 4. Kyle Montgomery, Jim Trotter, Marcel Reese hanging with you as we carry you through the late afternoon games on this week 3 Sunday afternoon. The action's heating up, continuing to heat up. This was the biggest matchup of the day. I had this one circled, not just because I'm a Chiefs fan, but because of the 2 quarterbacks going toe-to-toe in this game. The young guns, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, who's going to outgun the other. 2 explosive offenses in this one. Speaking of explosive, oh my goodness.
Hello.
There you go. Robinson. Look, my one hand. So Mahomes under duress on the throw, which is an excellent throw, but the catch is the star of that play.
Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill still out with that collarbone, but I tell you, Robinson, he was the man in week 2.
Those plays right there is one of the biggest surprises for me this week. I didn't think that good Baltimore back end for defense was going to allow Patrick Mahomes to sit back there and get those explosive plays, explosive passes on them like that. They did well. They started off well. In the second quarter, much like last week against the Raiders, the Chiefs just exploded. And it's hard to play from behind, especially with a young quarterback and a rushing attack like the Baltimore Ravens have.
Well, Mark Ingram kept it coming. 23-6 game. And he's beating up on the Arrowhead sign.
Yeah, I've been out there and you got to watch in the back of the end zone. I have 10 touchdowns on your Chiefs back there. You got to watch back there.
Meantime, no Damian Williams for the Chiefs in this one. But they do have another D Williams. And that was LaShawn McCoy actually right there.
Shady.
So Shady getting into the end zone. So a different 2-headed rushing attack for Kansas City paying dividends. 30-13 game late before. Jackson under duress, puts it in the air. How? How?
You don't have the answer.
Like, what? They managed to get him down to the 1-yard line. Ingram fighting his way in for the score. And not over with just yet. Just over 8 minutes to play. 30-19.
I like seeing the fight from this Baltimore offense.
This is not supposed to be a completion.
Exactly.
Exactly. Somehow Willie Snead pulls it down.
Everyone's looking at it. Millions of viewers looking at this play. If you are a young quarterback or a young coach, you do not want to be making that decision or your quarterback making that decision in the game.
Throwing across field, it happens to work out. But after the Chiefs field goal, 33-22, Jackson
make it happen.
Improvisation to Ingram. So he's doing this Mahomes impression. I like what's got the left though.
You just like to see the fight from Lamar Jackson and his Baltimore offense. Not only the fight, but also the composure. You have a lot of young stars on this play, young receiver, young quarterback, and everyone's out there trying to make plays. Even though you get down to an explosive team, you got plays like this going to happen, and you know the future is bright in Baltimore right now.
Without a doubt, the end of this game though, not so bright for them. Trailing by 5, they got to get a stop, but it's not going to happen.
Andy Reid is so good with the screen.
Jimmy Crafty.
So when he calls it always seems to work.
He's just a dream coach and play caller. And there is a difference for everyone out there. As an offensive player, you can have dream coaches, and also dream play callers. He is both in one person.
This is like the perfect marriage when you talk about Mahomes and Andy Reid. But the other thing I'll say this, with Lamar Jackson, give credit to offensive coordinator Greg Roman, who back in the day worked with Colin Kaepernick when Colin had success. And when I asked Greg if he could take something from that he has applied to Lamar, he said he wasn't sure, but he said the one thing about Lamar is he said he is a special player, and they are hoping that he becomes a great player.
So the Chiefs keep that Ravens offense at bay that have been averaging better than 40 points per game, and come out of it with a win. An historic start for Patty Mahomes. First 20-game Super Bowl era, 300-yard passing games. He's had 13 of them.
The only time that is going to be broken is if he gets injured.
Knock on wood.
In this offense,
they are prolific. Chris Carson, he told a lot of people for the Seahawks this year, but this time he lost his grip. Flies out from behind.
I hate to see that. A good young kid, a kid I played with, his rookie year, a kid that plays with a chip on his shoulder, runs the ball extremely well. This is the second week in a row that he's put the ball down. And you do not want to put the ball down on the ground. That's the most important thing on that football field. But I know that Chris Carson is going to come back and make it up.
Hey, but credit Eli Apple. I mean, that's a heck of a play. Stripping that ball from behind, kind of bang on his way down.
Like Peanut Tillman,
time man, what's going on here this year with extra points and field goals from the best to the worst? Everybody's missing.
Everybody. They changed the rules to try and make it a little more interesting. And interesting, they made it.
Without a doubt, this game's still pretty interesting. More than halfway through the second quarter, 6:14 officially left in the first half, and the Saints with a 6-point lead. Teddy Bridgewater in his QB, 5 of 7 so far, just 29 yards. They need that running attack to pick up as well. Alvin Kamara, he's the sole back with no Ingram this year. But he's a whole lot more.
Still Tavius Murray back there.
Curious to see if we're going to see Taysom Hill when you look at these numbers and how this offense is going right now.
Yeah, we'll see if we get a Taysom Hill appearance in the game. Some discussion about that. Meantime, Giants and Bucks getting physical. Some big hit. But Saquon Barkley hurt on the play.
Oh, wow.
Take another look. Pretty violent collision. He would leave the game in the second quarter. Ankle injury, and officially listed as questionable to return. You see, anytime someone getting helped off the field, typically not a good sign.
You hate to see that from one of the, not only the premier best player on the Giants team, but one of the best players in this league. You hate to see a guy go down like that.
Absolutely.
So the Giants looking at an 8-point deficit, just $1.25 left in the first half, and again eyeing their first win in 2019. Bucks trying to make it 2-1. All right, let's get back to the highlights, shall we? With the Eagles and the Lions.
Surprise Lions.
Yeah, the surprise Lions. Matthew Stafford. Again, it's been his first 5 seasons under Eagles defensive coordinator Jim Schwartz. Jamal Agnew is going to take the kickoff. And we got reservations for 6. Stop me if you can. First kickoff touchdown return by the Lions since 2013. What was you doing? You were the ball in 2013. Jim, what was you doing in 2013?
Writing about his ball.
100 yards to the crib. Eagles couldn't get out of their own way. A lot of miscues. Second quarter, Miles Sanders has the ball punched out. It's recovered by the Eagles. Fortunately for him, that time.
I'm going to say this. We're talking about the miscues of the Eagles, but these are also some great defensive plays, individual efforts by the Detroit Lions. They're getting hands on the ball. Not this last one that we're looking at now, but those other two, we're watching them get hands and fists on the ball, punching those balls out.
Couple of fumbles for Miles Sanders. Next Eagles drive, though. Carson Wentz, he's going to hit Nelson Aguilar. I roll with this all companies.
Way to step up, Nelson.
Yeah, with Jeffrey out and with Deshaun out, it was big for him to step up today.
They needed a big game out of it. He gets to the end zone. That's a 17-20 Eagles in business. Fourth quarter we go now. Matt Stafford trying to make a difference here. So play action. Nice touch on the ball.
Drop it in there.
So right at the breadbasket. Marvin Jones hauls it in. 12-yard score. Lions extend their lead 27-17. Jones, 6 receptions, 101 to go with that TD. Here's Wentz now. Drops back, and he's taken down.
Getting home.
Being harassed by that Lions defense.
Initial protection is good.
No blitz here.
Listen,
this is just in front three. Getting in.
Those are cover sacks.
Yeah, cover sack. Credit that secondary for the Lions.
Snacks is celebrating.
Snacks is snacking on quarterback. That's his favorite snack. 10-point game still. Wentz put that one on the money. Wide open receiver. Up the right side, Miles Sanders. Now Wentz rolling out.
Two great play designs in a row. When you get the running back one-on-one with that linebacker, we look at our chops when we see that.
So we got a 3-point game. Under 2 minutes to play.
Malcolm Jenkins
with the block. And not only that, they got it. They're on the run.
Couldn't get there.
I cannot say enough what it does for your team when you have one of your captains, your defensive leaders, or offensive leaders on special teams making huge plays like that.
This had the potential to be a huge play. Darren Sproles, just inside the boundary line, but you said,
just a little bit move. Just a little bit move. Little future Hall of Famer move.
Offensive pass interference, plays negated. So Carson Wentz back to work. 4th and 15, last shot. Jim, you said that ball should have been caught, huh?
You have to make that catch, particularly with your top 2 guys out. They had 5 drops all in the second half. You catch that one, you got a chance to go in and win this game.
That's rough for the Eagles, but when we're looking at the Detroit Lions, they're doing it in every phase. We just saw a highlight where you saw a huge play in special teams, huge plays on defense when they're knocking balls out, and then offensively, they're making every play possible they can make. Stafford stepping up, Jones stepping up. It's great to see for the Detroit Lions.
Well, this was big for Detroit also because if they had blown that second half lead, it would have meant 2 road games this year in which they had big leads in the second half and squandered them, tying Arizona out of Arizona in week 1 and then today. So this was big for them in their confidence.
Detroit football. They got a loss yet. They got 2 wins and a tie. Meantime, a Daniel Jones fumble sent the Buccaneers in business. And they cash in.
Jameis Winston looking good today.
Of the day for Mike. Who owns Mike Evans in fantasy football?
Listen, that is a bang trade. That is a bang post. Well, on your 4th /step, you are crossing that defender's face, and the ball should be right at your face mask, and it was. It's nice to see Jameis Winston put that ball on the money for his big, wide receiver.
Yeah. Remind me again which defense he's playing. Remind me again.
We got to take it easy.
No, before I get too excited,
we just got to live in the moment today, Jim.
Okay, so far so good for Jameis Winston and the Bucs. He's thrown for 242 and 3 touches.
Mike Evans opening it up. 6 receptions, 131 yards, and 3 touchdowns today.
3 touches.
Speed that man.
25-10 lead, heading towards halftime. The Buccaneers doing their thing against the G-Men, where things seem to be continually getting worse and worse.
And that's one of the things I was worried about when you put that rookie quarterback in to start.
We got Dolphins, we got Cowboys in Big D. Been a big season for that man right there. Dak Prescott dropping back. Off to a red-hot start, trying to lead his team to a for the first time since 2008.
We're going to use that old
Prescott just don't like that. Jason Witten, 33 yards. Then it's Dak to Cooper. A drop earlier in this game. Might have been a touchdown, but he pulls that one in. 5-yard score. Cowboys will lead 10-0. Dolphins are missing on some opportunities, as it's been the case for them all year long. And Josh Rosen getting the start in this one. Finds Preston Williams. It looked like a touch, but you got to hold on to those.
Come on, coach, that's 3 steps.
Good defensive play. But Williams could not hold on to the ball.
Bronson gave him some real confidence and get to that position. How he played well today.
Elusive with the defensive play.
And not put the ball on the ground, guys.
Can you Drake fumble?
Trying to make something happen. When you're in traffic like that, you have to be you have to be smart when you're in traffic like that. You can't do the crazy things when you're in traffic with those big uglies in there. A lot of ball, a lot of hands in there, a lot of elbows. Just hold on to the ball.
Dak with a real comfy in the pocket. He avoids the pressure on the move, right? Strike to Devin Smith. 33-yard cut. Smith fighting.
Wrap up.
Cowboys offense finding its rhythm. In the second half, 3 plays later, it's that man Dak to that other man, Amari Cooper. 19-yard touchdown. Cowboys lead 17-6. Cooper.
Start respecting Cooper out here.
Put some respect on his name. 6 receptions, 88 yards, 2 touchdowns. Robert Quinn in the rodeo. Something. He's a Cowboy.
We didn't see enough of this one today.
Oh, see?
One thing.
I don't think through the first 3 weeks we've seen enough.
Who said he wasn't working hard in Cowboy?
Which could also be a good sign for the Dallas Cowboys if you don't have to lean on them so much. When it comes down the stretch, you're gonna be able to
healthy dose.
And Dak into the end zone. Zeke, by the way, 19 carries. So he got some touches. Buck 25 on the ground. Cowboys roll to 3-0, 31-6. Yet another beatdown for a Dolphins team that came into week 3 after being outscored by 92 points through the first couple of weeks. And take a look at this. First 3 games of the season, Super Bowl era. Most points allowed. It ain't good.
You know, the interesting thing, I talked to one GM who's going to play the Dolphins fairly soon here, and he said he was actually scared about the game. I said, why? And he said, because when you have a team that everyone says is no good, and those players have pride about what they do, you don't want your players hearing that, and you don't want to face that. So, Marcel, can you speak to that? Is that?
You know, fortunately and unfortunately, I can speak on that because I've been on a team where we were actually 0-10 at one point, and every week we were going to know that we could win this game. And it came down to we played the Kansas City Chiefs in a Thursday night game. We won, and we knew that we had a chance to win the game. So we were playing hard to win, and then it's someone waiting to win the game. So, as a player in that locker room, you don't care about the stats, you don't care about the record. All you want to do is win the game and go out there.
Well, our afternoon games are nearing half or already starting in the 3rd quarter. Let's get a look at the Bengals at the Bills. Cincy looking for their first win. Buffalo 2-0, looking to go 3-0 for the first time since 2011. Josh Allen to Zay Jones, 23-yard connection. And it's Allen. He's dangerous when he gets outside the pocket. This time he gets it to Dawson Knox for the 1-yard score.
Stay tuned on Knox.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
3rd round pick out of Ole Miss. Loving it. They decided to go for 2 after the Bengals penalty.
Great play call.
Yeah, it was a gutsy call. Counted. Buffalo up 8-zip to start this thing off. 3rd quarter now. Josh Allen. Under it. Duress. Stiff arm. Get off me.
Get the goods, you got to take the bad, right?
Probably doing a little bit too much right there. It was intended for Cole Beasley, but picked off Darius Phillips.
One of the hardest things for young quarterbacks to know is when to give. You have to know. It's one of the smartest things a quarterback can do, one of the most valuable things a quarterback can do for his team.
And he jump-started the Bengals.
Andy Dalton calls the read option, decides to take it himself.
RPOs, Andy Dalton.
So the Bengals starting to make a run here after opening up this game down 14-0. 4th quarter, same score. Bengals rock. Joe Mixon with a little bit banged up. Get some good blocks here. Gets to the outside.
When Joe Mixon is healthy, he's a tough back to stop.
Makes them a different team. 1st and goal at the Bills 1. 2 plays later, it's Dalton. Look again, it's Mixon getting in for the touchdown. Ties the score, 14 apiece. He's loving it. First touchdown of the season for him. He would finish with 61 rush yards, 34 receiving yards. Meantime, under 5 minutes to play.
Get off me.
Oh, man, say something.
Oh, my God.
Don't do it to him, Knox.
Very good.
Goodness.
Stiff arm. And then he got delivered the shoulder. Meantime, Josh Allen keeping this play alive. 2nd and 4.
Oh, way to go get that first.
What a play. Again,
This Buffalo team is sneaky good.
Under 3 minutes to play. They need to get into the end zone. Frank Finish with 76 rush yards. The crowd into it. Andy Dalton trying to get his team into the end zone. He's going to get to Alex Harris. 13-yard gain. Gets out of bounds. Stops the clock. Then Dalton. Pass intended for Arnold. Tips it up.
Gotta get those.
Intercepted by Tre'Davious White. Bills would hold on to win it 21-7. Dalton, another solid day through the air in terms of his yards. Threw for 250, but only 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions in the game. Ended up killing them in the end as the Bills win it again 21-17.
You know, the thing that impressed me most in this game is that you see Josh Allen, a young quarterback, make a mistake like that gives life to the Bengals. And then you look at that drive when they need it at the end, gotta have it. What does he do? They go 78 yards, and he accounts for 69 of them, including 21 rushing. To me, that says a lot about his mental makeup, not just his physical ability, but his mental makeup to be able to come back from that mistake.
And mental makeup of a young quarterback is the most important thing. We all go to the combine, we look at those numbers, and we look at their stature, but the mental, what's between those ears is the most important thing as a football player. And even as a veteran on their team, that's what you want to see.
Coming off their first playoff berth in 17 years, the Bills were out to a 3-0 start for the first time since 2011. Meantime, Michael Thomas and the Saints on the move. 3rd and 5. First down. And then there's an Alvin Kamara sighting. Oh, he stays in bounds. Great balance. Get in for the scores.
I see you.
I really want this. He's one of my start running backs. There we go. Let's go, Kamara.
He's getting hype in here now talking about fantasy.
We got the Chiefs, we got fantasy football.
But see, this is one of the things that's really important and underrated by the Saints. With Drew Brees being out and Teddy Bridgewater under center is going to be the play calling for those New Orleans Saints.
Yeah, Teddy Bridgewater hadn't played, his words, not mine, hadn't played meaningful football since 2015. He's now the starter for the Saints, and they lead 20-7 at half.
In a place that has not been kind to them in the past.
Without a doubt, it's tough to play in Seattle. Meantime, it's also tough to play against this team. They are the defending Super Bowl champs, Tom Brady and company. A well-tuned machine. He's going to drop it off to Ryan Gizzo. Another 41-yard gain. It was best block impression. First down, 4 plays later, Sonny Michel.
Great patience by Sonny Michel. I mean, he plays like he's been playing this game for 10 years. And patience behind his blockers, puts his foot on the ground and gets downhill.
Next Patriots drive, same score. Brady hooks up with Josh Gordon, drags the defender ahead, 17-yard gain. Patriots not worried, no more Antonio Brown for them, but I don't think they have any issues. They were set, starting to develop some chemistry. Yeah.
Look at that protection.
They have continuity on their own line. A lot of teams don't value the continuity of an offensive line enough. And continuity on an offensive line is second to none when it comes to having an offense and your quarterback protected and your runners to be comfortable.
Early in the second quarter, Tom Brady to Julian Edelman for the 3-yard touchdown. Edelman's first score of the season as the Patriots blowing the doors off the Jets 20-0. Edelman, though, would get injured in this game. As you have to deal with that a little bit later. What would you like better, the pass or the catch?
The catch.
Gotta be the catch. We take Tom for granted. I'm taking him for granted right now. But that catch is unbelievable.
Josh Gordon, deal with the pill. Finished with 6 receptions, 83 yards.
And then look at him delivering the block, too, on the touchdown for Burkhead. Don't forget about that. I see Josh Gordon doing it all.
Yeah, better for the Patriots if you want to be on that field.
So the Jets trying to get something going, but that's not going to help the cause right there. Rick Falk starting. Obviously no Sam Darnold. He's out with mono. And Falk, a forgettable debut, making his first NFL start, 199 pick in the 2018 NFL draft. Same as Tom Brady.
No excuses, but then it's tough to make your NFL debut against Bill Belichick and that Patriots defense, who is playing better than almost any defense in this league right now. Obviously, you have Tom on the other side of the ball, but this Patriots defense is playing amazing football.
You know, that's the thing. People focus so much on that offense, particularly early in the year with the addition that they made, the trade they made. But defensively, when you talk to people around the league, that's what they've talked about with the Patriots, is how good that unit is.
I don't know if they've had, I have to look it up, I don't know if they've had more takeaways within the first 2 weeks of the season. Never.
They lead the league in takeaways, this Patriots defense. Scoring D as well as they win it 30-14. Here's what Le'Veon Bell had to say after the loss. He says, hey, listen, all you haters, enjoy it for now. Just don't go Casper when all this gets turned around. We embrace adversity, we embrace the hate, and everybody that wants to see my team fail or me fail individually, I'll remember. We'll remember it all and use it and wear it as a badge of honor.
Marcel, why can't players stay on social media?
I will say this, although it's a little much as far as social media wise, but I've been a leader on a team where we've lost a lot of games. And as a leader, you want to make sure you give your team confidence and let them know. As an individual, you have to play with pride and a chip on your shoulder, and you can't listen to any of the negativity that's coming from the outside.
But don't you say that to the players themselves?
Exactly. I would have said this to the players. His take, obviously, in this year's a little different. Everyone's on social media. Everyone wants to be out there. I wouldn't have done it on social media. I would have got my guys together and said it in the locker room and in a huddle. But I like to see this for the Jets. It could give them a spark. It could build a chip on their shoulder, bring them closer together, maybe win a game.
Yeah, as you look at the scoreboard here, you may notice that the Cardinals are now in front of the Panthers by 3. How did they do it? That's what the highlights are for. Kyler Murray. Oh, he is quick with a TMZ. Look at the move. Gets to the left. That's quick. That's quick.
I can't even touch that.
Here's Kyler. Throws crossfit, David Johnson, couple of moves.
Get him involved.
Or it's a muscle to go with it.
Get him involved.
And that's exactly how the Cards will take that 3-point advantage. Murray making plays. Pretty good call, too. Starting to settle into this Cliff Kingsbury system.
Murray's halfway on his way to the record books, trying to get that 300-yard passing. Murray's halfway on his way to the record books, trying to get that 300-yard passing game for the third straight week.
Third straight week. He's 24-30, $148 right now, and into the third quarter. Yeah, 3-point game. All right.
Both these quarterbacks playing well in that game.
Yeah, let's get a look at the Giants and Bucks here in the first half. It's been a Mike Evans show. Started early. It's his first touch. Oh, that's a beautiful ball. Gotta give James.
I know Jim was gonna point out who he's playing.
I'm leaning along this time.
But that's a good ball on air now.
No question.
He was under duress, took a shot to the chest. Great play, look at the ball.
This is great execution on the play. Mike Evans pushing up the field. When you push up the field, they put him inside the numbers so he can have at least 10 yards to go get the ball. Give James Winston enough room and Mike Evans gets the ball in the air, ain't nobody gonna stop him.
Yeah, a receiver that size, you have to give him a chance at a 50-50 ball. One-on-one coverage out there.
As soon as you cross the 50-yard line.
Physical receiver, Daniel Jones. Here's his first completion. Gets it to Evan Ingram. Third down. Now, the Sterling Shepard's trying to get in on the action.
Get everybody involved, Daniel Jones.
Gets it down to the 30. The Giants are on the move. This drive, however, would end in a field goal. Meantime, Mr. Winston spreading the love. Ronald Jones.
Good patience, James.
He's got a couple of arms in front of him.
There you go.
Big game. Down inside the 35.
The screen game execution.
Now, floating around the red zone. That'll get him inside the 5-yard line. It's another connection with the big tight end. And then Mike, that's easy breezy.
That's a play out of the Patriots playbook right there. You're in the short red zone and everybody's off. Give it to your playmaker, let him get in the end zone.
Well, we see Mike eating right now, but it's great to see Jameis spreading the ball around the opposite. Running back, tight end, wide receiver, everybody's in on it.
Extra point will be blocked, so a 12-3 game. There's Jones scrambling. And this is one of the benefits that he brings to the table. He's young, fresh legs.
Is that not Eli? Yes.
Not quite. Not quite. Eli, good sport, though. I got to give Eli some credit about obviously being benched. He's a legend, two-time Super Bowl champ.
But Eli is a future Hall of Famer, and he handled the situation.
Stop. You're talking to you guys throw that out there. As a Hall of Fame voter, man. Come on, man.
How many Super Bowls do you need to be a Hall of Famer?
Jim Plunkett has 2. He's not in the Hall of Fame.
Which is a travesty.
Yeah, let's
get Plunk in there. Hashtag that somebody. You guys like me on Twitter.
We'd be remiss not to mention that Saquon Barkley injury. He does.
And this is one of the things I worried about.
Touchdown.
When you put a rookie quarterback in there to start in week 3, quarterback is not the only hole that you have on your offense. Can you support him? Can you protect him? And then you have Saquon go down. Now, where do you go as a Giant? You just have Daniel Jones out there just, practically running for his life.
This picture right here is... You're talking this Saquon Barkley walking off ankle injury in this game.
You well, Saquon, you're right.
Meantime, that secondary, that Giant secondary,
that is so classic. Bruce Arians attacking downfield. That's what they do. That's what he does.
There's Jimenez with the sack here. Winston didn't see him coming. As Giants D started to wake up a little bit. Bucks. And it's a long kick. 47-yarder. 47-yarder. Through the uprights. 18-10. Jones, ball security's been an issue. Saw that somewhat in the preseason. But that'll come with time. They'll get that pocket presence as time goes.
You have those bumps in the road as a young quarterback, especially a rookie. You have those bumps in the road.
Meantime, did I mention that Mike Evans was having a game?
Michael?
Oh, there he is again. Mike Evans. Yeah, Mike Evans. That dude. His 3rd touchdown on the first pass.
Oh, my goodness. They set it up, put the foot in the ground, cross the defender's face, use your body as a shield, and go get in the end zone.
Marcel, that's just too easy.
Come on, let's be honest. That's just too easy. It didn't take much of a move.
That's like routes on there. We like those games. So, listen, it is. But for the Buccaneers, Jameis Winston specifically, you have to use this game for your confidence. You have to use this game for confidence, and you have to use it moving forward to say, listen, this is what I can be. Not just what we can be, but this is what I can be as a quarterback. Mike Evans, 7 receptions, 146 yards, and 3 touchdowns in the first half. You go to Mike Evans and say, listen, I don't care who we're playing or how it looks. You're going for 300 yards this game. I am feeding you all day, and we're going to ride this into the sunset. Because you listen, there is no mercy in football, because if they had a chance, they would do it to you.
Yeah, Bucks being all they can be. They got an 18-point lead at the break. We start the 3rd quarter in that one pretty soon. Meantime, let's check in on that Chargers-Texans game. It's the Austin Eckler playing some good football.
Been getting really good football.
Melvin Gordon still holding out. Haven't necessarily missed it. They missed a few blocks, though. And Rivers goes down. How good has Whitney Merciless been so far here in 2019 for the Texans? He's been very disruptive every year. And John Williams with the reception.
They would call him filthy.
He didn't have to get off
I keep seeing his praises, and he's a Charger. So if you know if I'm giving the Chargers credit down the road, you have
before half here, 2 seconds to play. It's actually Texans missing a field goal, which has become a theme so far. So fair burn. Speaking of fantasy,
if we are playing a field goal on the highlights, most likely a miss.
I tell you, the Chargers, what they're trying to do right now early in the year is hang on. They've had so many injuries, and they believe if they can get through games like this, particularly against a quality opponent like Houston, that it bodes well for them on the back half of the schedule when we hope to get back Russell Wilson, Derwin James, other players. So This is big for them right here. We have 17-7.
We have 10-point game at half. Meantime, Panthers and Cards well into the third quarter. Kyle Allen wide open. As the Panthers threaten, gets it to right inside the 10. And then Greg Olsen. He's going to come through. Mr. Reliable.
Red zone, third down. Look for your reliable, your security blanket. Get him the ball.
That's going to put the Panthers in front. 21-17. Kyle Allen with the makes the easy, smart throw. Take what the defense gives you.
He's playing well.
Yeah, just over 6 minutes to play in the third. Panthers again with 4-point advantage.
Jimmy, look like you're about to lose or something as well as Allen is playing.
No.
Look, let me say this. No. To me, Cam Newton needs to stay out until he's completely healthy. For him to come back and play, if he's not at 100%, we've seen what that produces. So let him sit, let him get right, and then let him get back to being the league MVP that we know he can be.
I'm in 100% agreement with you on that. Get healthy, Cam. When you see Allen playing like this, the way you take it is, listen, I don't need to rush.
Right.
My team is okay. They're in good hands for now. But when we need to make the push, I'm going to be ready and we're going to be explosive.
Yeah, the NFC South heading into week 3, the only division without a 2-win team. Panthers trying to avoid their first 0-3 start since 2010. For the time being, they were in front, 21-17 for now. So one last look at our afternoon scores before we take yet another break here on NFL Game Day Live, delivered by Pizza Hut. We're coming back on the other side. More highlights, more analysis, more live look-ins. Don't go nowhere. We're coming back.
Award-winning interface. Award-winning design. Award-winning engine. The Volvo XC90. Our most awarded luxury SUV.
This is NFL Network, the place where football and culture collide. It's the collision of the GOATs and the MCs.
Everybody on the offensive side of the ball.
With the fashion and the food.
I promise you're going to love it here. Eat it.
Slammed in with the fans, the stands, and the 12th man. Matched up with the music.
It's a real big culture moment, right?
And the movies.
I started watching the show years ago.
Mixed in with the X's and O's and the oohs and ahs. It's the fantasy.
You're away from Hopkins, but you can certainly take Adams over.
And the reality. It's the access.
People are going to count us out every week.
And the attitude.
Say it to management or shut your mouth and put your money on the line.
It's the trash talk. And the crazy talk.
Let's go!
It's all here, all day, every day. Because there's no such thing as too much football.
Your man cave is a lie. It's not a masculine refuge. It's a basement in your wife's house. Caves don't have frilly craft store signs. Yell about it. In your man cave, no one can hear you scream. Wake up! Head upstairs and get to B-Dubs, where the kegerators are just called taps. The wall color is TVs, and the wings taste like freedom. Also, your friends actually like coming here. Buffalo Wild Wings. Roar!
The Corona Hotline is back, and so am I. Let's go to the phones. Corona Hotline, Romo here.
Hey, Tony, every time I leave the room, my team starts playing better. I'm not going back in there.
Superstitious, huh?
No.
Come on. How many games in a row have you worn those socks?
5.
For a good game, the only game day ritual you need is...
Nachos for breakfast.
No. Limes and Coronas.
Yeah, I like that better.
Yeah, you do. Bye-bye.
Go now to find your game day beach.
It's that special time of year again.
It's iPhone season at Sprint.
Switch can get
The new iPhone 11 or iPhone 11 Pro with amazing all-new camera systems. And now you can get iPhone 11 for $0 a month when you trade in your iPhone 7 or newer in any condition. Seriously, any condition.
And with Sprint's 100% total satisfaction guarantee, you can try out the network and see the savings for yourself.
Can I get a... It's iPhone season.
Yeah.
Do you love it?
I do.
I love it.
Geico makes it easy to get help when I need it. With licensed agents available 24/7, it's not just easy,
Is having Jerome Bettis on your flag football team easy? Go get him, Bus!
Come on, Bus. Come on. Hey, wait. Hey, wait, I got the flag. I got the flag. Wait, I got the flag.
It's Geico Easy, with licensed agents available 24/7.
Welcome back. An already tough season so far for the Giants, getting a little bit tougher as their official Twitter account just tweeted this. They said an injury update, Saquon Barkley and Alec Ogletree are out for the remainder of the game. Saquon is on the sidelines, crutches and a boot with that ankle injury. So again, we'll update you on that status as more information becomes available. Meantime, it's been a turnover show in that Steelers-49ers game. Jimmy Garoppolo not getting any help here from Breida. That's one of 4 turnovers through the first couple of quarters in this game. New addition, Mika Fitzpatrick, and that Steelers secondary.
That's 2.
He takes a deflected ball. That's 2. And notice, they're getting these turnovers near the red zone. What exactly capitalizing on the opportunity? They were creating them. Here's number 3, right here, Fitzpatrick.
Yes, 3.
Gets a helmet in there on the ball. 3rd turnover, recovered again by the Steelers.
That's 4.
And here's your 4th, sack fumble.
Jimmy pulled out too early on that one.
But notice, San Francisco doing a good job of bending, not breaking. 6-3 game. So Steelers not turning into too many points. Now that 49ers D starting to step up now.
That's the strength of his team to pick.
And knowing Richard Sherman, being on the team, the locker room, and the sideline with him, he's on that sideline telling that defense, listen, we are winning this game. These are wins for us. If they're kicking field goals when they're starting off on our side of the field, those are wins for us as a defense, and we might just have to score.
The Niners had a big day on the ground last week. They ran for 259 yards in their 6th most productive rushing day of the past decade. Not so much here week 3. You see Breida with 8 rushes, 36 yards as the Niners again 12 by 3.
All right, don't leave out the fullback there. You see him back there. Get a fullback some love, baby.
This is what you call a 75-yard house call. Woo! Daniel Jones.
I mean, these tight ends today are having games right when a quarterback needs them. They're right where they need to be. You're talking about Jason Witten. You're talking about Greg Olsen.
Yeah.
And look at Ingram making every play he needs to play on offense.
So many of these tight ends are wide receivers.
You see what's next to it now.
He's showing those speed too once he got on the sideline.
Absolutely.
And outran the secondary. That's a man on a mission right there. And 28-18. Giants showing some life, showing some pulse.
Ingram is having a day. 5 receptions, 112 yards, and a touchdown. And you're only in the 3rd quarter. Keep feeding him, and let's see what happens.
Yeah, all eyes on Daniel Jones in this one again. Getting his first start. He's 13-20, buck 98, touchdown also. 3 carries, 21 yards. So showing you a little bit of his ability to get outside the pocket and make some plays as well. Anytime look back at the Colts-Falcons contest. Jacoby Brissett had himself a day, and not the day that the Falcons had hoped for in terms of injuries.
Another team that is great on paper, just Jim, we talked about it earlier, just plagued by injuries. And you hate to see, as a fan, a player, you hate to see anybody go down, especially like that. A great young player in this league, torn Achilles, is just rough.
You know, that image to me should speak to every fan who gets on about fantasy football or anything else and makes light of these players at times and who don't understand the investment that these players make in this game in terms of their bodies, their emotions, everything else. Man, that one hit me deep, seeing him like that.
A couple more injuries on that Falcons defense as well. Grady Jarrett banged up in this game as well. So, again, we'll be updating you as that information becomes available. Another look again at our 5 games that are ongoing here this evening. Bucks leading by 10. Saints in control over the Seahawks. Chargers also up by 10. Close one between the Niners and Steelers. And another tight contest between the Panthers and Cards. And I believe the 49ers even threatening right now.
They're in.
Oh, they're in.
There you go.
And of course, that's what NFL Game Day Live is all about. We're going to show it to you. We're going to just talk about it and right on cue.
There you go.
We got it.
When you get in there, don't be cute, run the football. Get downhill, run the football. That's what's going to give you a chance. Those offensive linemen, when they get down, they get hungry to run that man in the end zone. And the 49ers, that's how they just got in.
What are we talking about? Not finishing drives. Pittsburgh with those 4 turnovers, 2 of them very deep in San Francisco territory, and had to settle for field goals.
And not only that, somebody on set said that the Niners need to pick up their rushing attack after a good week too. I don't know who that might have been.
He's pointing at himself. He was pointing at himself.
We got someone who carried the rock in this league, and that wasn't me.
Big time, 10-6, third quarter game. Niners now in front. Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers trying to make some noise. Up by one, McCaffrey.
Oh, you ain't catching him.
Got the moves like Jack.
You ain't catching him.
Oh, he's outie to the crib. Beautiful run to put the Panthers back in the end zone. So that 1-point game didn't last very long. It's now an 8-point contest late in the third, courtesy of that man right there.
I can't sing Christian's praises enough. He just does everything for that team. He does it effortlessly, and he makes no gripes at all. He just plays good, hard-nosed football. This play right there is a counter play where you want to be on the front side to back side A-gap. Stay front side, got right between the tackles, and in the end zone.
But wait, I thought he couldn't run between the tackles.
Not what they say.
Sarcasm. Everyone doesn't know that is sarcasm.
Norm Turner said before the season he wanted to limit Christian McCaffrey's reps in offense. He wanted to wear him down. Right. That's what I did. I laughed too. He's been on the field for all 137 offensive plays.
Who said that?
Coming into week 3. Norm Turner.
Norm Turner. I see you want to keep your job. Get that man the ball.
Meantime, this was the game of the day. The most anticipated contest of week 3. The Chiefs, home opener in Arrowhead against the undefeated Ravens. The word for this game, prolific. That was terrific. Explosive. Oh, MG, DeMarcus Robinson, one-handed grab, 18-yard touchdown. So nice, you got to see it twice. Look again. But the presence of mind, he toe tapped.
He got toe tap.
He got both hands.
That's what it sounds like when you toe tap people.
And the Chiefs leading 14-6. Mahomes looking for some more speed kills.
This offense is pretty to look at, and everyone gets excited. But I don't know if Andy Reid quite gets enough
credit. Yeah, I agree.
I mean, the play calling is unbelievable by Andy Reid. He puts guys in the position to win.
He's got a wealth of weapons. Nicole Harmon out of Georgia is one of them. That 83-yard touchdown makes it a 23-6 game. But Mark Ingram says, hold up. We ain't done yet.
Oh, Mark Ingram been balling.
Yeah.
Mark Ingram been balling. And he has fun doing it.
The second multi-touchdown game of the season. Late in third now. Pat Mahomes. There's that screen. Facing heavy pressure. Gets it to Shady.
Shady.
And Sean McCoy, 14-yard touchdown. Chiefs need 30-13. I'm thinking they're going to run away with it. With this one at that point. But, as you will see in the highlight, not so fast.
This young man has something to say about it.
And Lamar Jackson faces some heat. Chucks it down for Seth Roberts. Pulls it in, 25-yard
Seth, they're making a play for your young quarterback, baby.
That's the same face everybody watching the game had. Like, how? Meantime, Ingram fighting his way in.
Keeping the feet moving.
Ravens with life. Trail 30-19, a failed 2-point conversion for them. Still plenty of time, though. 8 minutes to play in the fourth.
I knew this was a pick. I just knew it was a pick.
I think all of us football guys knew that was going the other way.
Yeah. Willie Snead pulls down the improbable grab on his way down to the ground. Still, managed to hold on to it.
I feel you, Pat. I feel you.
Ravens will settle for a 39-yard Justin Tucker field goal. Next Ravens possession, Lamar rolling out. Scramble. Shows it. Mark Ingram, 10-yard gain. Ravens first down. Look again. Showing some of that finesse.
Can't teach that type of composure and that type of feel for the game.
We got an 8 and 5. Meantime is Lamar surveying the field. Being pursued. Watch your angles.
Get him.
Spins his way into the end zone.
Feel yourself, young man.
Ravens trail 33-28. after another failed two-point conversion. Lamar, by the way, 267 yards through the air, 46 rush yards.
The screen,
another great screen, but Darrell Williams, not Damian Williams, who's out in this game. A game-sealing first down as the Chiefs improved to 3-0 for the third straight year.
Think about that play. Even as a football player, as a defensive football player, and the Baltimore Ravens have a good defense. They knew that play was coming. It was the safe call to call a screen, being up in the game, late in the game, third down. You knew they're coming. A screen is coming. For them to still pull that off effortlessly and to seal the game with it speaks volumes of the play call and the execution of that screenplay.
You know, the beauty of this game for me was watching these two young quarterbacks, because it's not often the games live up to the hype or performances live up to the hype. These two quarterbacks show that this league is in good shape going forward. You know, that these are two guys that are going to set a standard.
And absolutely. And we may be looking at the first $200 million quarterback. We talked about that earlier in Patty Mahomes.
So who's your team?
Come on. Congratulations to Big Red Andy Reid passing the great Chuck Noll as he moves up the all-time wins mark. Anytime Michael Thomas and the Saints on the move.
Oh, I feel you, Mike.
With the spin move. Saints already up 13. That's an 8-yard gain.
Get to him.
Orchestrating the offense. There's Kamara again. Fight almost get into the end zone. Stays down.
He must be on your fantasy team too, huh?
Maybe so. Come on, man. Teddy, he's trying to sneak it in there, but he
tried to extend the ball.
Take a look.
Oh, he hit right. On the way out.
They went off the center's backside. They go for it on fourth down. Right in it. You got Mike.
We've seen that play 3 times from 3 different offenses. Defense, when you're in the red zone, don't back off. I know you're afraid of the fade ball against these big receivers, but it's even easier just to catch it and walk in.
So the Saints in Seattle getting it done. 27-7 over the unbeaten Seahawks. We're going to see if they remain one of the 9 teams that entered week 3.
That is big.
Unbeaten.
Big for Teddy Bridgewater.
We're going to look at our late afternoon scores. We're into the third quarter in each one of them. We're going to step aside, take another timeout here on NFL Game Day Live, and we're back with a whole lot more after this.
Panera's new warm grain bowls are full of good, full of flavor, texture, color, energy, full of... It's fresh and filling. This bowl is full of good. So you can be too. Try a new Baja or Mediterranean warm grain bowl today. Panera, food as it should be.
Miller Lite is brewed for great taste with only 96 calories and 0 grams of sugar. So when one's done, it's the perfect time to start another. Miller Lite, old true.
Get up to 0% APR for 48 months on the redesigned 2020 Outlander Sport.
We're pretty different.
We're all unique in our own ways.
Somos muy diferentes.
Verizon knows everyone in your family is different.
There are so many of us doing so many different things.
That's why Verizon lets everyone mix and match different unlimited plans.
That's the gamer.
So everyone gets what they need without paying for things they don't.
The plan is so reasonable, they can stay on for the rest of their lives.
Did you get that on camera?
Switch now to Verizon. New plans start at just $35. That's our lowest price for unlimited ever. The network more people rely on gives you more.
The newest food obsession is toasted cheddar baked on the shell of a chalupa. Now tastefully curated with a flight of 2 crunchy tacos and a medium drink. The new $5 toasted cheddar chalupa box. Only at Taco Bell. Order now and get it delivered.
Hey, Green Bay, this Thursday, Philly's coming for that cheddar.
Sorry, Billy, this is a no-fly zone.
Oh, don't you make me break up 4 for 26.
Come back when the Super Bowl trophy is named after your coach.
We got Carson Wentz, Zach Ertz, Jeff Top, baby. You better say your prayers.
How about a Hail Mary?
Fly, Eagles fly.
I'll see you in the fourth quarter.
Hey guy. Hi there. Welcome to Hints.
You should have done it years ago, and I feel like a young stud that I always imagined I was. I'll stay in my heart. What's your goal beyond your expectations? Things get hard. Even just a few weeks.
Find out what all the buzz is about. Go to 4games.com/indeed and get started with a free online visit while supplies last.
I see what's possible instead of what's here. Others see cracked concrete, run down courts. I see a way to bring pride back to communities. That's why I made Project Backboard and a site with GoDaddy. How will you make your mark? Make the world you want.
Wishes is more than baked beans. It's also beans and beans. What he means is adding rich flavor and protein to any meal is simple with black bean fiesta or Southwestern style pinto beans. Beans, and here we go again.
I don't know who it was, but they was hating on the Giants. They can't be hating on them anymore because they're getting it done. Sterling Shepard especially, 19-yard run. Again, as Shepard showed on this particular Giants drive, Darius Slayton making an appearance. It's a 46-yard jump. How about Daniel Jones? That's a good ball.
That's what they're looking for. They needed somebody to not be afraid to go downfield.
Got backed up by a couple of penalties that did not deter the drive. Giants trailing by 10 in the third. Sterling Shepard pulls it in.
Say that there.
Both feet in as well.
Listen, that's an amazing catch, but that is an impressive throw by a young quarterback in his first NFL start.
That flag on the defense, they would decline it. And we got ourselves a ball game, gentlemen. 28,
look good.
25.
Look good.
Well,
which is the theme for the day.
Yeah,
these young quarterbacks are stepping up today.
Playing well, extremely well. Yeah, the Buccaneers were putting it on the G-men. Now all of a sudden, it's tight.
Who thought Giants and Buccaneers would be a shootout?
Yeah,
25-28 in the third quarter.
You're talking a lot about the young quarterbacks taking up the show.
Predict that?
Taking up the show. How about Kyler Murray? He's having having a day until that happened.
You don't want to overthrow it in the middle of the field like that.
Yeah, Murray hit.
I do like seeing you be aggressive and go get that tackle on.
So now Kyle Allen, 14 yards. Curtis Samuel,
another young quarterback, Jim.
I'm telling you, swag.
This kid, the moment is not too big for him today.
He is stepping up.
And he's spreading the ball around. When you think about it, Samuel, DJ Moore, Olsen,
Christian McCaffrey, all of them. Everybody touching the ball.
It's actually a third and goal on the 2-yard line for the Panthers right now with an 8-point lead. They have entered the fourth quarter.
Kyle Allen playing well. Another thing to look at for you OCs out there, Christian McCaffrey, 18 rushes, 140 yards. You have to give your young quarterbacks help run the football.
And
which sets up your play action pass.
Yes. Make it easy for them. Put them in position to be successful.
A little foresight of what you're about to see right now. So they were threatening at the 2-yard line. Kyle Allen.
Play action pass.
What a pass.
Another tight end in the right place at the right time for a young quarterback, Greg Olsen. So many years.
Yeah.
Great ball.
Now, Kyle, he could have got happy feet there. In his first start, stood in there, delivered the ball, and what do we have? A 34-20 game. Panthers back in control. Trying to put the squeeze on the cards on the road. All right, time for another timeout. But keep it here. It's NFL Game Day Live. We got more highlights on deck on the other side of this break. We'll see you in a couple of minutes.
It wasn't like, the weather report was for fall. No, the fog just kind of rolled in.
A heavy fog now is setting in over Soldier Field.
The announcers were on the field and they couldn't quite tell what was happening. It was crazy.
We can't see anything beyond 10 feet.
I just can't imagine playing football. You can't even see anything.
Jubilation on the sidelines and on the field.
It was crazy, but thank God we came out of it.
Take the edge off after those blazing hot wings and give your tongue a Pepsi bath. Your mouth deserves it, especially after a day of screaming at a wall of TVs. And at Frank, Who invited him? Buffalo Wild Wings.
Award-winning interface. Award-winning design. Award-winning engine. The Volvo XC90. Our most awarded luxury SUV.
Plants capture CO2. What if other kinds of plants captured it too? If these industrial plants had technology that captured carbon like trees, we could help lower emissions. Carbon capture is important technology, and experts agree. That's why we're working on ways to improve it, so plants can be a little more like plants.
No, that's crisp.
Crisp taste, brewed with no corn syrup. Bud Light.
I listened to a story about a man named Chad. The poor mountaineer barely kept his family fed. And then one day he was shooting at some food, and up to the ground come a bubbling crude. Black gold, Texas tea. Well, the first thing you know, old Jed's a millionaire. The kin folks said, Jed, move away from there. Said, California is the place you ought to be. So they loaded up the truck and moved to Beverly.
Opportunity. What we deliver by delivering.
Tonight, your body clock is 3 time zones ahead, so you're up early. Hey, at least you get first crack at fresh waffles.
Bon appetit.
Oh, I will. Tonight, La Quinta, tomorrow, in Triumph. Catch up on Sunday's biggest plays with extensive highlights from the entire day's slate of games. NFL Game Day highlights tonight at 7:30 only on NFL Network.
Welcome back to NFL Game Day Live, delivered by Pizza Hut. Game Day highlights coming up as soon as we get done here. 4:30 Pacific time at 7:30 Eastern. That'll be with my man Cole Wright. Chris Rose will be holding things down, giving you a look back at all of Week 3's action. Again, follow this show you're watching right here, right now. Meantime, back to that Steelers 49ers contest. And Mason Rudolph, he's going to connect with Juju Smith-Schuster. He said, I can be the man. I can be the guy this year. He puts on the burners, and he's out.
Good to see Juju get a big play, get a chance at a big play.
Most Steelers fans are saying it's about time.
Yeah, no doubt. It's a Juju Smith-Schuster sighting. Not for long, he got little. The defenders looking at the back of his jersey. They said, well, he pumped up. He should be. That's because the Steelers are in front. 13-10, late in the third quarter. Mason Rudolph with a touchdown and also an interception. Jimmy G, though, 8 incompletions, just under 200 yards for him. 2 hits. Turnovers an issue.
Both off his receivers' hands. So.
Both of them off in his defense.
In his defense.
Meantime, let's get a look at the Seahawks' last drive against the Saints, trailing by 20 points in the third quarter.
This is when Russ gets extremely dangerous. When he's down and they allow him to make plays, put the ball in his hands, this is when he gets dangerous for your defense.
Yeah, it's on a 25-yard line.
When you say put the ball in his hands, is it more he takes over his own play calling, or is it just they're going to throw it?
It means they're going to throw it more and allow him to make what we're going to call drop back passes. We're going to let you sit back there. We're going to protect you. If you feel the need to run, you run. Pass, you pass.
They go for it on 4th down after being stopped on 3rd and 6. Just out of reach from Tyler Lockett.
Lock wants that back. He usually makes that play.
Yeah, unable to pull that in. So misconnection between he and Russell. And the score will stay as it is for now. It's a 20-point difference. Saints in control over the Seahawks.
Even at a 20-point difference, I'll tell you what, the Saints Chiefs cannot relax. So Russell Wilson is coming for them right now.
Top place to see if the Seahawks can ride the energy of Cincinnati Unique crowd and get back into this game. They got just under 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. And again, the question is, can they get to 3-0? We will see. Meantime, let's see what's going on in the Texans and Chargers game. Watson sacked by Brandon Lee-Band.
Get over it. So it'll be interesting to see who gets started.
DeAndre Hopkins falls down.
Great catch. That's what he does, though. That's why he's the best receiver in the game.
I was just about to ask you, best receiver in the game?
Best receiver in the game, in my opinion.
Yes.
It's loud. I'm a little fuller. He's a weapon, too. They have one of the underrated wide receiver cores over there in Houston.
The question is, can they keep that quarterback on his feet?
Did you just pull out in front, away from my house? No, I was out next door. I was on my neighbor's house and I saw you. I was sitting over there, baby, smoking me. I said, it look like my sister out there. And by the time I went out the door, you were pulling out. I was trying to come on the porch and stop you. Well, baby, ain't nothing to drink. Ain't nothing here but a Bud Light.
I got a Corona at home. I saw the door closed. I bet she dry that she ain't doing that.
I was over next door with my neighbor house. And I just locked my door up. She had cooked.
That was like
Oh, okay. Well, I was here if you decide to come back. Like I said, if you decide to come back, I'm here. Huh? Again?
Next time I get you come get Grace, I don't feel well. No, she can't carry no baby.
No. Boy, these children know they got their priorities fucked up. She mine too, so I can't say nothing. You hear about you? I can tell you that there. It ain't. Oh.
You might have to pick Grace up tomorrow.
I don't believe I am, because you know, Bobby ain't had the surgery tomorrow.
I'm just gonna have to leave work by 4 o'clock.
Yeah, because I'll be up there with her. Well, y'all could have came back on here and we could have sat on the porch or something.
Yeah, I might be back on there.
All right, well, come on, because I ain't doing that because I need my baby sister to talk to. I got a lot on my mind. I need to just talk to somebody. All right. Okay.
The way it does exactly what it is today.
The F-Face, how gentle you are.
Looks an SUV.
Every day, visionaries are creating the future. So every day, we put our latest technology and unrivaled network to work. The United States Postal Service makes more e-commerce deliveries to homes than anyone else in the country.
This is the best of the best.
I'm sitting next to Ray Lewis.
I'm sitting next to Willie Lanier.
I'm sitting across from Lawrence Taylor.
I met all the guys I'm sitting at the table with. You were the ones that inspired me.
I'm sitting here with you guys. It's a lot of respect.
I used to watch you so much, always comparing myself to you.
But just watching those guys and what they brought to the game, it was very impressive.
Yeah, that's why what we all have in common. It's my life.
Those guys, that's why we love.
Be in camp when the class of 2020 take their place among the greatest of all time. Official ticket packages are on sale now and include VIP experiences, premium seating, and parties with Pro Football Hall of Famers. Get your package today at HOFexperiences.com. This is your chance for the experience of a lifetime.
7 hours of football start now. We are loaded with every touchdown down the sideline. From every game, unbelievable. Every Sunday afternoon. Guys from Highline made it. Move the sticks. Hello. With some patience and some first touchdown. We were built for days like today.
Welcome back, everybody. Time to check in again on this Saints-Seahawks game. Even their own territory. How about Alabama on the screen? 1st and 17. He is 18.
Unbelievable balance, phenomenal feel for the game and center of gravity that he has.
His balance, his vision is just special, you know? And I don't think we appreciate it enough, to be honest with you. That should have been, what, a 2-yard gain at most?
Yeah, or even a loss, potentially. He manages to get 18 out of it, you know, through patience.
He just possesses those intangibles that you cannot teach in a football player.
Yeah, doesn't hurt that he's born the size that he is. He can hide behind those big old linemen and they disappear 10 yards down the field.
That only gets you so far.
Saints leading again, 27-7. Their last win without Drew Brees starting was way back in Week 12, 2005. Aaron Brooks was the quarterback back then. Meantime, Deebo Samuel is present. And it's Britta. Nice cut. 10-yard gain for him. He's running the ball. Trailing by 3. And it's Deebo again. Haji bites. He bullies his way past the first down mark. Both ours. We're going to have a bunch of Deebo Samuel's references throughout the year. Just
you double him. I see you. You double.
And Jeffrey Wilson, second touchdown in the game, gets in from 4 yards out. And the Niners within 3, heading towards the fourth quarter of that game. Take a look at both quarterbacks, how they match up. Jimmy G getting it done through the air in terms of yardage, but 2 interceptions. Not so good.
You cannot win football games by kicking field goals. You have to finish drives.
Got to get it into the end zone. That score still needs to update. The 49ers should be in front. As again, they look for their first 3-0 start since 1998. Way back. Big time. How about the Dolphins and the Cowboys? Here in Week 3, Dak and company look like an unstoppable force so far in this 2019 campaign. How would they fare in this one? Well, Dak gets outside the pocket, pump fake, lost it. Jason Witten,
a rookie?
Looks like it. They're glad he came out of retirement. He's balling.
If you watch this, Amari Cooper route for the touchdown. Training with Amari Cooper, playing with Amari Cooper, and watching him and being a fan, he starts and stops and stops and starts better than any other receiver I've ever seen in person.
Hey, wanted to get paid heading into this season. Not going to get that deal, but very likely to be coming pretty soon. This should have been a touchdown, but almost don't count. Preston Williams couldn't hold on to it. Great play. Awuzie.
They did not quit on that play.
Yeah, it's too bad for Rosen. I thought he showed well.
Yeah, Rosen finished 18 of 39, 200 yards in the game. But Kenyon Drake got to keep a hold on that rock. He fumbles it. Marcus Lawrence will recover. So,
for Kenyon Drake, he's a good young player. And when you're in on a team like this and you haven't won and it doesn't look good, it doesn't feel good, you just try to make anything happen. And sometimes you have negative plays like this when you turn the ball over.
10-6 game in the third quarter. Prescott avoids the pressure. Devin Smith, his persistence paying off, sticks with it, fights for a few extra yards, 33 yards all told on the play. 3 plays later, Dak, for his favorite. AC, he's a cool cat. 19-yard touchdown, Cooper. You said that. Okay. 6 receptions, 88 yards, 2 touches for Amari. Meantime, the Dolphins drive. Rosen sacked by Robert Flint, 7-yard loss.
Flint, you keep signing for Dallas.
He's eating up the middle. He yards for him. Zeke would finish with 19 carries, a $125 on the ground. And Dak using his feet into the end zone as he would finish 19 of 32, 246 through the air, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick, and a Cowboys 31-6 win, fellas.
I'm interested in seeing Zeke as the season goes on and they start giving him more touches. Right now, they haven't needed to. They've brought him along slowly up coming back and holding out during training camp. I have a feeling later in the year, Zeke's going to be carrying a big load and be fresh to do it.
It speaks volumes to their depth on their team, especially their offense.
Big time. How about the Packers and the Broncos at Lambeau Field? Broncos lost to the Raiders week 1 before last week's heartbreaker to Chicago. Packers coming in 2-0.
Don't give Aaron Rodgers free hits at the end zone.
Never. 40-yard bomb. Marquez Valdez-Scantling for the TDs. The Packers take an early lead. What's that dance called again?
I said you got to get a young cat.
I should know that. I should know that. He does it all the time. Anyway, Philip Lindsay is going to take it in. 1-yard touchdown ties the game. 7 apiece. Packers' first red zone TD allowed this season. That one capped off a 15-play, 8-minute drive. Meantime, Darius Smith is going to sack Joe Flacco.
Listen, Joe Flacco knows when you're in the red zone like that, you don't want to take those sacks. Throw it out of the end zone. Throw it in the stands. Live to fight another day.
This one,
Tell your mom, come on. Come on. Oh.
You got some tortillas at home? Like soft tacos?
Come on, I'm so full. Chicken dressing, green bean. My neighbor. A little bit on the plate. At the house. It was alright. That's that warm, crazy ass sun now.
That's the water be coming down? No. You have to wash your car. It ain't him, man.
I don't know, I ain't talking about that. Lights off, ain't it? I said, where you at, babe? Oh. Nothing, been out sitting on Janelle, have my phones at home on charge. No, I was on Janelle high, but she had done cooked some little dressing and some green beans. Yeah, and the eels. Yeah, Taya been on there too, she say. She said she come by here. Clear Jabbar around. She didn't look so unhappy. Clear. She just like she just got her head and is leaning on the door. Mm. I'm over here buying me Walmart buying me some what is the keto? What is the KETO? What's the name of that thing? Keto. Yeah. I forgot what they said it was. Diet pill, baby. I'm trying to lose the stomach. Who? These niggas playing ball. I'm sorry, y'all. But y'all gotta let me come through. Wait. Hood. The hood playing ball, baby. Hold on. What my bodysuit? You sold them out. Oh, okay. You know what size I get? The medium. Medium or large? Medium or large? Yeah, though I said she's 6'2". Yeah, I see. Oh, I finna with my fat sister, but I see you. All right, I love you guys. All right. Hey, my fat sister. I said, well, yeah. I do love my sister, girl. I'm talking, you talking like it's fake. You gonna lie, you know I love my sister. Yeah, babe, I've been up to Janelle sitting over there, babe. Her and Sherry, they over there talking about the D's. She the D's sitting on board eating them a plate. I told you. Baby, I eat shit. So they want to go nowhere. They the D's. Walmart talking loud. Said she ain't going nowhere. Even at 1990. That was she said. Baby, I ain't doing that, but where you been going? Finna go back to the house. I'll be on this minute. I'm in Walmart buying my little guy. Alright. Look.
Murray again. Count 7 sacks of that Panthers defense.
The opposing team has 7 sacks on your quarterback. Your quarterback's on the ground like that.
Kyler also with 2 picks in the contest. We just saw one a while ago.
That's what we can't get out. They do tremendous in their discipline today.
That's called gap control in defense. You have an athletic quarterback to get out of the pocket and make things happen. You put your defensive ends in wide nines. You push them outside of the offensive tackle, what makes it extremely hard for the athletic quarterback to get out of the pocket.
Yeah, Kyler Murray's the second quarterback in NFL history to throw for 300 yards in his first two career games. Was gunning for 300 for a third consecutive game. It don't look like he's going to get there. Buck 73 in his team option.
Ain't going to happen.
No, it's not. Let's talk about Kyle Allen for a minute. I know we just switched off of it, but man, what a tremendous day for that young kid.
Playing great football and is leading his team to a win as we speak.
Shaquille, fourth sack of the day. As he gets a hand in there on Daniel Jones. Buccaneers 28-25, 8 minutes and counting between the Bucs and the G-Man. Gunning for that first win.
What's that saying, Marcel? Some teams can't stand prosperity.
They can't handle success.
You know? And that was an opportunity for the Giants right there that they're going to look back on and say,
James Winston, you go to your defense, you give them a hug, and you say thank you after you finish this game. To finish this game, they're going to have to run the football, though. They have to run the football and run that clock out and get it over as fast as humanly possible.
Speaking of fast, Lamar Jackson and the Ravens in Kansas City. He and Patrick Mahomes going toe-to-toe. I say the future of the quarterback position is pretty bright in the NFL. Both players complete more than 71% of their passes here in 2019. No picks, but a lot of scores. There's another one for Patty Mahomes. Balling. DeMarcus Robinson, the one-handed catch you could get. That's tasty, ain't it, Jim?
He done that shot with that belt. He done that before, huh?
Meantime, Lamar looking on with his team trailing by 8. He's got to watch Mahomes do stuff like this. Put it on the line. McCall, hard.
So many weapons.
When you make explosive plays in the pass game and the run game, it makes up for so many other things that you don't do. It just hides everything, and they make a lot of explosive plays over there in Kansas City.
Yeah, 83-yard touchdown to McCall. Mark Ingram gives, carries the defender into the end zone. A 19-yard touchdown. Ravens trailing only by 10 at this point. Ingram with his second multi-touchdown game of the season. Late in the third now. Pat Mahomes facing heavy pressure. Drops it off to Sean McCoy.
How many screens do you think Andy Reid has on that play sheet?
It does not matter how many, whichever one he dials up, it always seems to work. Man, his timing with it is impeccable.
We've been ranting and raving about this game all week. Here's a play we'll be raving about. How about Seth Roberts?
They're not disappointed. Talent didn't disappoint, especially offensively.
Looked like the Ravens might be done, but I need a third team, but they kept on chugging. There's Ingram finding his way into the end zone. Ravens would trail 30-19 after a failed two-point conversion. Here's Jackson. He's going to buy some time. Throws a jump ball across the field. He got himself a good power forward.
Things are going well, and that's a positive play. I'll tell you that much.
Willie Snead. Not sure how he pulled it down, but he did. 23-yard gain.
I've had a lot of quarterbacks in my huddle do that, and it was never positive.
Meantime, next Ravens possession. Trailing by 11. Lamar, nowhere to go. Or so we thought. He shovels into Mark Ingram for a 10-yard gain.
He is special. His instinct for the game is special. The kid is special. Congratulations, Mark. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Don't worry about the loss. Keep going.
Absolutely. 8 plays later, second and goal. Jackson. Oh,
get in there.
Spin moves.
It's just unfair to have a defensive tackle chasing.
He had a juke move even better than that in this game. I saw a dude's ankles nearly separate. But in any case, that makes it a 5-point game. The Chiefs need to respond to extend the drive. Oh, yeah. The screen pass. Great call, Andy Reid and company. Mahomes is pumped up. He should be. He's having a heck of a year. Most 300-plus passing yard games in the first 20 career games. He's got 13 now. Patty Mahomes. Man.
One team had to lose, but I will tell you this, Lamar Jackson cannot be discouraged by this game. And fans in football, NFL fans and lovers around should be extremely encouraged by this game alone because not only the AFC, but the NFL is in good hands with young quarterbacks like this playing the way they are. They're playing a great brand of football. Two good kids who are passionate and love the game, and you can tell by the way they play.
Meantime, the 49ers are on the move in Steelers territory. Marquise Goodwin ready to take the package from Jimmy Garoppolo. He delivers. Come on. In a 3-point game.
Oh, good run.
Yeah, Monster. Raheem for that. This time it's Wilson. Already a couple of touchdowns for him. First and goal for the Niners. This one's incomplete. Garoppolo manages to somehow shake free.
That's a great incompletion. Do not take the sack in the low red zone like that.
Oh, third and goal, though.
That's bad football.
Oh, no.
Another turnover.
That you cannot afford. You at least want to get a field goal out of the deal.
You got the motion, crossing the formation, center snaps it right as he's in front of the quarterback. It's just a recipe for the ball to be on the ground.
It's 2 plays, the center snap in this game where they've had turnovers off clearly.
And you didn't expect that offense and that quarterback to have those miscues.
Right. So 6:40 and counting. Steelers leading by 3. We'll be checking back into that one here in just a few moments. So one last look at our scores late in the fourth that we have gone final. And that Panthers-Cardinals game. Appreciate you, Jim, on that 18-point win for the Panthers. Their first here in 2019. Well, coming back, keep it here. You're watching NFL Game Day Live, delivered by Pizza Hut.
How do I live on the edge? Break down the leading wires. So I can do cool stuff. Like this.
Castro Edge. Live on the edge.
Colonel, what are you doing? Trying a free chocolate cake with 10-piece meat. But I want to pay for it. But it's free, Coach. But I want to pay for it. But it's free. My whole life, I've paid for chocolate cake.
Get a free chocolate cake with a 10.
The mobile app, it's easy to manage your policy, even way out here.
Your marshmallows.
Digital ID cards, emergency roadside service, even fire. Whoa. Oops. That cheeky little thing got away from me. My bad.
Geico. It's easy to manage your policy whenever, wherever.
Can I trouble you for another marshmallow?
I feel like they should be here by now.
We're in a Bud Light Platinums.
You're looking for the party turret.
Oh, it's the wrong move to go.
Bud Light Platinum, brewed for the night.
This is the family who wanted to connect. To go where they could explore and experience adventure in unexpected places. Who were inspired by different cultures and found that the past can create new memories, leading them to discover we're woven together by the moments we share. For everywhere you go, Expedia has everything you need, all in one place.
The amazing new iPhone has arrived, and so has T-Mobile's newest signal. No signal goes farther or is more reliable. Get up to 50% off the new iPhones on a single line or a family plan, only at T-Mobile. Right now at T-Mobile, with your family insurance, you can get a free line, unlimited. And you can also get 50% off the hottest new phones for a limited time. Only at T-Mobile.
Some hide from the weather, but with the most capable compact SUV ever, you can take it head on. Jeep Compass. Hurry into Jeep Adventure Days for a great deal. Now get $3,250 total cash allowance on select 2019 Jeep Compass models in dealer stock.
Let's go!
future of the sport. This guy is going to change the game.
Sunday isn't over until Dion hits up the day's biggest stars. If you ball, you get the call. I love this bravado. I love the swagger. He got the call, man. NFL Game Day Prime. Tonight at 11:30, live on NFL Network.
Can't call it.
Welcome back. We got some action in that Steelers 49ers game. We're right on the floor. And you can see the disappointment from the Steelers. They give it right back. Eric Armstead forces the fumble. James Conner couldn't hold on to it. Take another look. And this has been a theme all game long. Second turnover in the span of 1:26 seconds. So the 3-point game. San Francisco. And I don't know, who you got in this one, Jim, coming down the line?
Look, San Francisco's in a great position right now, but ball security has been an issue for them all game. They've got to take advantage of this in terms, as you say, at least walk away with a field goal. But I think Kyle Shanahan has got something. Obviously,
Big time, it's apparently time for the Saints to get back into the end zone. This is how they get it. Alvin Kamara.
You know, they had a tough. There was a tough call, pass interference call to set the Saints up for that first and goal. And they come out and they just give the ball to their good running back. You hate to see KJ go down. A good, prolific, veteran linebacker in this league go down like that. And KJ, hope you're okay.
Yeah, this game is a true statement game for the Saints. We all knew they had talent. People talk so much about Drew Brees, who is a future Hall of Famer, by the way. but for them to lose their leader like that and come out and make a statement in a place where they have not played well in the past, this speaks volumes for where this team is and what it's about.
So the Saints extend their lead to 33-14 late in the fourth, and the Texans also extending their lead in the fourth quarter. Sean Watson and company and make it a 10-point game, 21-17. At this point, look at Watson, escapability, kicking his eyes downfield. And gets in for another tip. Jim just threw his pen down.
I'm not disgusted. I'm impressed. Deshaun Watson is just such a special player. I see him on the ground earlier.
That'll make it 27-17. Texans in front. Big time. Each week of the NFL's 100 seasons, we journey into the NFL Films Vault with a 100-second montage featuring memorable moments, gridiron breaks, fantastic finishes, and a whole lot more. This week, we celebrate some of the most iconic celebrations.
I like that. That was cool. What was your best touchdown celebration? I just love seeing everybody having fun playing football. Well, I'm talking about yours personally. You never get to know, man. I jump in the black hole and give love to the Raider Nation, man. I just jump in the black hole and have a ball. You get the beer spilled on you, and it's all a part of it. You just love having fun with the fans.
All right, beer among other things.
The final straightaway. We were talking about that. Giants and Bucks with a couple minutes left. Steelers 49ers decide as these games have not yet been decided. We're coming back on the other side, a couple minutes away. The highlights and the conclusion to afternoon slate for NFL Game Day Live.
Especially after a day of screaming at a wall of TVs. And at Frank. Who invited him? Buffalo Wild Wings.
Good on you for sporting a look that moves without stretching your arm. Now being comfortable moving these great sport coats starting with $99.99. Mix and match shirts and pants 3 for $99.99 plus get 60% off designer suits. Only at Men's Warehouse.
Is this the new iPhone?
Yeah. Verizon's got the new iPhone.
It has 3 cameras.
And when you know the best network, you get so much more.
Can I get this?
Like up to $700 off iPhone 11 Pro when you switch, with Apple Music included.
How could you get the new iPhone and not put it on Verizon?
Larry, you're coming into the soup. You have your small buddy. Janet, love your
Overthrown. Retired worker tends to maintain a range of infrastructure.
That's why we assess the expand the balance of care infrastructure to make it more agile and efficient.
What? For infrastructure solutions, you need IT orchestration by CDW. If you're looking for the best place to pick up pizza, we recommend Pizza in the Minute. Call Pizza Hut now. The largest pizza for just $7.99. Know how pizza goes.
Fantasy league, MVP's gonna come down to productivity. Always this up. All the insights on analysis you need to dominate the competition.
Football start now. Every touchdown from every game. Unbelievable. Every Sunday afternoon.
I look back, last time we checked into this game, James Conner had just fumbled the rock. This is the tail end of that 49ers ensuing drive. It's George Kittle. Then Garoppolo. Spreading it around, getting everybody involved. The ball out of your hand drive on 2nd and 17 with Jeffrey Wilson. He's had his imprints all over this game. He brings some heat. 2nd and goal. And Dante Pettis.
Let's go. You double up. Stand up.
Touchdown. Puts the 49ers back in front. with under 2 minutes to play.
We fit that into a tight spot.
I'm telling you. So the 49ers fighting, trying to remain unbeaten. And with the Seahawks likely losing against the Saints here as they're under 3 minutes to play. San Francisco with a chance to take the driver's seat in the NFC West. But as I say that, Russell Wilson has snuck into the end zone.
Dangerous Wilson.
Dangerous. We'll get to that in a minute. We'll show you how that went down. But first, the Chargers on the move as well. Phillip Rivers, Keenan Allen.
That's a great catch in traffic.
Slayer.
Look.
34-yard game. The Slayer. 133 yards receiving. That will set up this field goal right here.
Oh, we got a made field goal today.
Yeah, we got to make today.
Let's go.
And a 7-point contest.
As much as we talk about the Chargers being able to finish games, I have to bring up the point of playing against them for 9 years straight, twice a year. Whenever we're up in the fourth quarter. Phillip Rivers is one of the most dangerous quarterbacks in the fourth quarter to be playing against, especially when he's down, because he's ready to let it fly. He fears nothing. And with a receiver like Keenan Allen already with 9 receptions, 133 yards, and 2 touchdowns, you never know.
You never know, Shawty. You never know. It's a touchdown game in that one. Meantime, this one, a 19-point game from Matt. We talked about him. Tyler Lockett. 40 yards on the drive, and then an 8-yarder was Ron Brown.
Ron trying to keep his feet.
First and goal. Dangerous.
Especially in the low red zone. He is dangerous.
Always a threat with his feet.
Always keeps his eyes upfield. Always has the ball ready to throw. And when he sees an opening, he will do it himself.
So that'll make it a 2-possession game, but time not on their side. 2:47 to play in that game, and a 12-point contest, 33-21. Saints in front.
These afternoon games are something else today, baby.
We're going to get to it.
Let's go.
I can't wait to get to this Daniel Jones play against the Buccaneers late in that one. But one last look at the scoreboard, Saints and Seahawks.
That's big for the Saints to lose Drew Brees, have Teddy Bridgewater come in, and not only play officially, but play really good football. I mean, they're up on a really good team. I mean, B-Wags in that defense are one of the best defenses in this league. I mean,
particularly up there.
Particularly up there at home. It's a hard place to play, hostile environment. And the Saints put up, a win in this game late in the fourth.
Now, late in the fourth in this one, Daniel Jones
making big throws.
Big throws. Darius Slayton on that first reception.
What start is this from?
Sterling. Numero uno. Number one.
Never know.
You can see how people are excited about this kid. Incomplete on this throw here. But again, drafted 6th overall. It was only a matter of time before the change of the guard happened.
You start to see the seeds part. Take it upon yourself and score the touchdown.
And take the lead on the extra point. How apropos is that he gets into the end zone using his legs, which we said is the big difference between he and Eli Manning.
The question I have, does Dave Gettleman have a Twitter account? Because if he does, I want to see it.
Giants in front, 32-31. 35 ticks to play. We're going to show you the conclusion of this one. Before we start the top of Larry Fitz. Don't you dare call him old. 36. And Tom?
His name, Kyle Allen. That's his name.
Hey,
Get to know it. Get to know it.
And oddly enough, you know that he and Kyler Murray were on the same collegiate team back in 2015. Texas A&M before they both transferred. That's just a little nugget in the back pocket. Curtis Samuel, he finds an open pocket back in the end zone.
He's defending part of the field. Back 3 yards. Last 3 yards in the end zone. Get it there.
Kyle Allen just getting started. So trying to get a man crush on him.
Take what the
I think I'm
defense
getting
gives
one
you.
too. He was balling.
Take it what the defense gives you.
I'm just gonna sit back and appreciate it.
Appreciate a thing of beauty.
Oh, that might be it.
DJ Moore.
To me, his most impressive throw right there.
Yeah.
You see 3 defenders in your peripheral vision, but yet you lead with anticipation so your receiver can catch and run after the catch. That's impressive.
Speaking of run, how about Kyler Murray scrambling for 17? That's 3rd and 1. That's what separates the Cardinals in scoring territory. David Johnson. He's going to come free opposite side of the field. Avoids not 1, not 2, 3 tacklers. Extends it to the end zone. And the Cards jump out front, 17-14. Jerry's right though. Says, hold up a minute. Y'all better check me.
I like seeing all the misdirection in that Carolina Panthers offense right there. Great protection by the O-line too. Give your hats off to the O-line protecting him up front.
That will set up this. Greg Olsen, TD, the lead back to Carolina. So again, there's that security blanket. Olsen coming free and getting to the end zone. This one of my favorite plays. The cut right there. Ankles. And then he shows the burst too.
Christian McCaffrey and that rush attack is what presents itself for the quarterback to be successful. That's what makes all the misdirection go forward, because Christian McCaffrey and the way that he runs the ball.
Here's Curtis Samuel making another
great catch.
Grab.
Christian's 150 yards sets up that play action.
No doubt about it.
Gotta respect it.
Run the football.
Better show some respect to Kyle Allen too.
That throw might be my favorite.
Yeah, I was
back 3 yards in the end zone.
Over 2 defenders.
Olsen yet again. That'll make it 34-20. And the Panthers, they're getting the win column. 38-20. As the Cards still search for their first win in 2019 with their shiny new quarterback, Kyler Murray. He goes 30 of 43, buck 73, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. Pedestrian performance.
Pedestrian?
Kyle Allen. I brought up a big word on you real quick. Texans and Chargers.
Kyle Allen, special. That's a special performance. 4 TDs, 260 plus, no turnovers.
The first win for the team. That's huge.
Meantime, huge sack on 3rd and 9 with Houston leading by 7. Chargers now have the ball. Phillip Rivers and company with an opportunity. So you saying it's a chance?
It's a chance.
It's a chance.
We talked about this being the biggest 4th quarter of the afternoon and a huge 4th quarter for both of these teams. One of these teams is going to go 2-1. And we got 3 minutes to see who it's going to be.
Shaping up to be a thriller. Without the red jacket and zippers. Buccaneers' last drive. Let's get a look at how that went down. Is that game is now going final. Ooh, the Giants are flipping out after coming back from an early deficit. Daniel Jones earned his first win as Giants starter.
Wow.
Saquon Barkley injured in the contest. Yet and still.
Relax, Saquon. Get healthy, baby.
Saquon in crutches, and again, we'll update you on his injury status, and we'll also get a look at the end of this game. But our afternoon slate coming down to the wire. We got a couple that are going final again. Panthers, Cardinals, Giants, and Bucks. We're going to show you how that last drive right about now. 50 seconds to play. 2nd and 8. Winston to Godwin. 20-yard connection. All they need to do is get in field goal range. Mike Evans, 44-yard hook up. He spikes it to stop the clock. Well in the field goal range here.
First catch of the second half.
I think that's the big story there. Mike Evans only having 1 catch in the second half.
That was, but they set up a chipper.
Hate that.
And it's missed.
Marcel, speak to it.
It's still a good, it was a great football game for the fans and for one team.
As a player.
As a player, you
leave your heart, your sweat, your tears, your blood, everything out on that field. The kicker misses a chip shot at the end. You have a conversation with him.
Kickers have feelings too. Listen, for most of my career, I played with one of the greatest kickers in the game, is Sebastian Janikowski. So I never had to worry about that. You know what I mean? So it's a tough loss. It's a tough loss for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But when you look at it, the Giants did play a great football game.
They did. They always say make it stop.
And they come out with a 1-point win, 32-31. Back to this Chargers-Texans contest with the Rock and Phillip Rivers' hands. Mama Allen.
There go that man.
There go that man again. J.J. Watt, he was sackless coming into week 3.
He's not sackless anymore.
No, he ain't.
And Phillip knows about it.
Yeah, a couple for him on this day. It's currently 4th and 13 for the Chargers. 2:07 to play. Not sure what the timeout situation is, but I can't tell you it's a touchdown game.
We'll go back to that Bucks.
Chargers have 2.
When we go back to that Bucks field goal, you have to think they should have never been in that position. You know, you had a bad play in the interception the 2 drives before that allowed the Giants to even get to that position to take the lead.
Meantime, Sunday night football. Baker Mayfield, Jared Goff, Rams, Browns. Browns playing Sunday night for the first time since 2008 in the Dog Pound.
They said they must see TV.
Well, everybody's been hearing that. That's made the bullseye on their back a little bit bigger this year, I think, Jim.
It's bigger, but they have the talent to deal with it. Now they just have to put it together.
Talent is one thing, but you have to, being on paper is one thing. You have to make it execute.
Absolutely.
I was going to say, tell me what you're looking for specifically in this game. Can that Browns defense slow down the Russian attack with Todd Gurley, averaging more than 5 yards per carry this year?
To me, I don't know if it's necessary about the Browns defense. Yeah. I'm looking for this offense to try and get going. But the thing they're going to run into is a big roadblock in Aaron Donald. Because no one has stopped him. He has caused the most havoc I've seen in a very, very long time through 3 weeks of the season. And Baker Mayfield's already been running a lot.
I'm going to say something, go away from the X's and O's in this. To me, for Cleveland, it's about discipline. When you look at them with penalties this year, they have been their own worst enemy. So as I watch this game, if they play with discipline, if they eliminate the self-inflicted wounds, they have a chance to be a very good team.
And when you talk about penalties really quick, it's not just the penalties, but the type of penalties you're getting. Those personal fouls are hurtful.
We will see. That's the Sunday night game that you'll see here pretty soon, but we still got some unfinished business in this Texans and Chargers game. 4th and 13. Keenan Allen.
Mama! Here comes that man again. Flair. Listen, if you are the Texans, guard 13.
2 minutes to play. Chargers extend the drive. They need a touchdown to tie. And yet again, back-to-back weeks, coming out to the final wire in our final afternoon game. Everything else has a lot of finals. Everything else,
they're trying to kick us out of here. They're going to kick us out. We got to get to the green room so I can see what Keenan Allen and Filthy Rivers is doing.
You'll get to see the conclusion of that game very likely on Game Day Highlights again coming up with Cole Wright and company. But that's going to do it for us. For Marcel Reese, Jim Trotter, I'm Kyle Montgomery saying peace out for this week. We'll see you next week here from Stage 4. Game Day Highlights up next.
Hey everybody, and welcome once again to NFL Game Day Highlights presented by our friends at CDW. He is Cole Wright, I'm Chris Rose. Cole, we had a record set on Sunday. Do you know what it was?
I do not, but I do know that the ball was thrown 8 times in Kansas City between Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson. Who threw it more and who had more success? Well, that's what we're here for, and we'll show you right on the corner, right, Chris?
And I might even fill you in on what that record was all about. So make sure you hold tight here on Game Day Highlights presented by CDW.
Golden Corral's carved New York strip and jumbo butterfly shrimp make me feel like a real New Yorker. Hey, I'm eating here. New York strip and butterfly shrimp. Golden Corral, the only one for everyone.
one-day delivery on millions of items. With Prime.
Are you going out tonight?
No.
Are you drinking Bud Light Platinum?
Let's go quickly. Bud Light Platinum.
Did you ditch him?
Oh yeah, he doesn't have a clue.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Bud Light Platinum. Brewed for the night.
How do I live on the edge? It starts with Castrol Edge. It has fluid titanium and is 3 times stronger against viscosity
Hello? 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 Say what? I ain't doing that. I'm saying watch TV. Oh, is you? I know you tired then. Oh, okay. Yeah. Say what? Nothing, just laying here, watch TV. Yeah. Yep. Yo, I said, dog, he ain't called, text, or said nothing. No. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay. I did you. He's so wild.